And we're live here today. Happy Sunday to you. We're going to have a live watch long of this Canada versus Aruba U17s. But if there's any story from match day two of the U17s here, qualifiers for CONCACAF, it's goal difference. We don't care about your family. It's the simplest way to put it. Teams are just saying we are making sure we have what we need. Worst case scenario, and we've seen some goal difference numbers today and yesterday, to be exact. Couldn't be there yesterday for the recap, but we are here. So, guys, again, welcome to the channel. We do primarily Canadian and African content. This is why we're doing the Canadian watch along. But we do like to talk about the games that have happened, things that are going on as we speak, as we see. So, if you are new, we'll do watch alongs for Canadian matchups, some African matchups as well, and kind of go through as it is. But let's talk about match days twos for the U17. So, reminder for if you are new, aren't familiar how this works, CONCACAF's men's U17 qualifying structure is simple: 8 groups, top your group, you're going to the World Cup. Second place, don't care. Third place, thank you for coming. Fourth place, you probably were given 12 goals. But that is how it is. So we have groups from A to H, I believe, and the winners of those groups are on to the World Cup. Again, FIFA's changed their schedule. It's going every year from 2025 all the way to 2030. And as a result, we are going to be paying attention. And it's going to be a very interesting sequence as we go through. But let's talk a little bit about where we are in terms of games that happen, results that came through. And we start with yesterday's results because yesterday we got to see some match day ones, but also some match day twos get going and some match day 2/3s for others as well. So here's what we have seen so far as we run through. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, no problem, no problem. Appreciate it much. Link is always there whenever you're free, if you are free. So no problem with that, Mr. We max it as we go. But let's talk about the results from the last couple of days. Because the results, because it is just one team going on, and how CONCACAF has tried to break this down, they've tried to set it up where you have the big matchup on match day 3/4. Here are the results we got over the last few days, right? Puerto Rico over Turks and Caicos 3-0. Dominica over British Virgin Islands 10. Barbados over St. Martin 7-1. Costa Rica just decided, forget the Super Bowl. We'll show you, we'll put up some numbers today. 26-0 over the British Virgin Islands. Nicaragua 7-1 over Dominica. Haiti 4-0 over Antigua. Mexico over St. Martin 4-0. We saw the USA yesterday 10-0 over St. Kitts. Panama 6-0. And then yesterday evening, Guatemala 7-0 over Grenada. And then we just saw Jamaica go 12-0 over the Cayman Islands, running up the goal difference because that's going to matter because only one team is going through. And if you want to take a look at what goal difference means here, let's take a look at what it is, give you a little bit more to look at. But take a look at these goal differences as we sit. So we got Mexico, say on a +14, playing Barbados. Probably, I think Barbados is our next matchup because Trinidad is the host of this group, so they were trying to go with a Trinidad versus Mexico at the end, but I'm not sure if Trinidad will have the goals to do so. So match day three might actually be for the group either to keep Mexico alive, but really to keep Trinidad alive as well as you go. In Group B, you have Panama running up their numbers as you have plus 11 goal difference, but then Nicaragua right behind them with a plus six. Oh, sorry, plus nine. My apologies. Looking at points versus that. Guatemala with a 9 goal difference, with Haiti with an 8 goal difference. That goals against goes far. Costa Rica very much saying to Puerto Rico, you have to beat us. No draws will do when you have a plus 35 goal differential. Puerto Rico has to win the game. That's the final matchup where they're coming through. So goal difference is the name of the game of this. Group E, the USA with 8 plus 18, Dominican Republic with a plus 15. Those two are set up for their final matchup. And again, because it's plus three, it's the second place team just has to win. No questions asked. Draws won't do it. Group F, they've only played one game, but they'll get going a little bit with El Salvador on a plus two, Cuba plus one. They got past Curacao and Belize, respectively. Group G right now, Jamaica threw down the gauntlet. Plus 15 is the goal differential, and Canada has to keep pace with Aruba. Mathematically speaking, Canada doesn't have to win this game, but they can't lose this game, right? If Canada gets by with a draw, it's not great, but mathematically speaking, if they beat Jamaica, they're going through. And so that's where I say that mathematically, that's kind of where it sits. And then Guyana, Honduras, and Bermuda, a 3 team group, which means I believe Honduras is playing Bermuda next. And then they're going to go on, they're going to play. And the winner of that match group is going to go through. So those are your group standings of where they sit as we get ready. Oh no, no, no! The way my hair was looking, I felt like I needed to reset. So, but I do appreciate it. I'm glad that the shine is shining all the way to you, Leon. Appreciate you being here as well, man. What do you think of the boys' performance this afternoon? You let me know there. Um, there are hats and beanies and toques here that are here ready to go. So I am ready. If you have such, if this works. I do like to stay. Yeah, it is fair enough. It is Cayman. I think it's definitely it was a lot more open of a Cayman team, and we'll talk about the game that just came through here because it does imply Canada's group and Jamaica's a team that they'll have to go through as we go through it, looking through. But I've liked what we've seen from this. Yeah, both comments on this. I see you. It Met just came on. JD saying Cayman was just physical, and I expected more goals in that match. True, and they did so. And let's take a look at that game as it sits here, right? So we had Jamaica getting past 12-0 over Cayman. Cayman now have conceded 15 goals, and we'll kind of see how it went. Kelvin Brown with 4 goals. You had Jamari Nolan with 2, Jamon Lyle with 2. You had Tyron Benbridge with 2, Rajon McKenzie with 1, and an own goal for William Kirksey on for the Cayman Islands as it sits there. And like whenever you see games like this, the one thing I always like to look at within stats are what are you doing, right? And this is the thing when we talked about Canada's matchup versus the Cayman Islands. The one area I was very critical about them, they moved the ball well, but the one area I was very critical was the one area I was very critical is what are you able to do in terms of statistics with that ball? And we look at the distribution. And I think this is what you want to see if you're dominating a game like this, right? Yes, the 12 goals are big, but 48 shots, all right, 18 shots on frame. That's what you want to see. You want to keep it at least in the 1-3 ratio. And this is a little bit better than it's less than one. Yeah, the ratio is kind of close to that 48-18. Quick mathing it is always fun, but you want to see your team getting shots on target and making the goalie save, make choices like that, right? It's about a 2.5 shots. Every 2.5 shots was gaining on frame, and you want that type of a ratio when you are dominating so well. 9 block shots, yes, 18 shots outside the box. Jamaica just shooting. Accuracy 37 versus 33. Jamaica was just shooting. No yellow cards in this game, which is great. So no players at risk of missing the final matchup. And overall, you kind of like to see that type of a dominance when you have that type of possession, you have the type of work. At the beginning, it looked like they were trying to make sure that they run it up, but then they realized, yeah, we'll be running it up. So there's nothing much to worry about. But looking at Jamaica, what they did in their game here, right? I'll get to you yet. Passing and keeping the ball. I'm not so on Jamaica, but I told you about physical teams. Jamaica do better against. Okay. I can understand that point. A lot of touches for Jamaica for the amounts that they've played, but pretty well spread around, other than Javon Foster, who was getting a lot of touches resetting the play. Him and then Jamon Lyle up top does speak a lot to the team that you have there. And so overall, I think this is the type of performance you want. And because it's every year, you'll have talented groups, right? And then you'll have teams that aren't necessarily remarkable, but they get the job done. And I think that's will be the interesting to see once we get those final matchups coming through. I've liked what we've seen, but we'll have to start to take a look at what the possibilities are. Again, group winners only move on. So the story of match day twos and match day threes for some teams is goal difference. And we don't care if your parents, your cousins, your girlfriends are in there, you're getting run up, right? Costa Rica ran up, Nicaragua ran up, Jamaica ran it up because you want to give yourself every opportunity. A draw is fine right now, unless Canada goes and scores 13 goals against Aruba. Jamaica's in the driver's seat in this group. And so for them, they're giving themselves the best opportunity and as many different options to win. The one slight concern I would say with Jamaica is even in moments where they've not had to defend yet. And you can say the same thing about some of these top teams. I think Jamaica versus Canada might be an equal match in terms of good offensive sides, one system versus maybe a few bigger players, a few more developed players. At the end of the day, which team can show a little bit better on the pitch as they go. But as we're waiting for Canada to get going, we got 40 minutes left. I know the lineup is there for Canada, but let's talk about what is coming forward for this. Here are the matchups that are coming up. We have matchups today that are here. Right? We have Aruba, Canada, Belize, Curacao is later this evening. Cuba, El Salvador will be a nice matchup. And then Guyana, Honduras. Once we get to match day threes, right, there's only two matchups tomorrow. And that's to catch up Group A because that's a four group that's a 5 team group. You have Saint Martin versus or Saint Martin's versus Trinidad and Tobago, and then Barbados versus Mexico. That game at 6 p.m. for me, I think that game is going to decide who has a chance in Group A. Because if Barbados somehow is able to beat Mexico, that means Trinidad is still alive, and then Barbados is in the driver's seat, right? And so I think that's where it is. But once you get to February 10th, now we start getting into the matchups of games and who can do what. USA versus Dominican Republic. That's going to be for a chance to go to the World Cup. Costa Rica, and then at 2 o'clock or 2 hours later, you have Costa Rica versus Puerto Rico. That game is going to be for who can go to the World Cup. You have Haiti, Guatemala, same idea on the 10th, and then Panama, Nicaragua going as well. I'm not saying they are beating them, as the comment JD says. I'm not saying if they are, but I'm saying if they were to, it opens the group up. Now, we all know what Mexico is at this level, but I'm simply saying that if they get a result, it opens the group up. But we'll have to wait and see. Right. And yeah, I do think so. Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, I think that might be the best matchup to watch. And then on the 11th, you have Canada versus Jamaica. You have uh, El Salvador versus Curacao. Cuba versus Belize. Honduras versus Bermuda. I think that sets that up. And I think if results go as how we think they will, Group H will be done by that point, where you have Barbados. I'm Group A. I'm sorry, will be done where you have Saint Martin versus Barbados, and then Mexico versus Trinidad and Tobago as it sits there. So those are the matchups that are coming up, and I think that is what makes this interesting. There's no room for error, right? Seeing the teams put up the numbers as we go again. Reminded you again of what teams have done over the last 2 days. Jamaica put up 12 this afternoon. Guatemala put up 7. USA put up 10, right? Nicaragua put up 7. Costa Rica said, rugby, football, we don't care. Fair, fair, fair. JD saying again, I'm watching the Canada and the the Canada and Jamaica matchup. That's how we'll judge the ability to pass and think. Well, definitely, I think that'll be. I think they're two very composed teams right now, but we'll have to wait and see how they match up versus themselves. Who is this guy? Nelson, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. Nelson, I know exactly who you are. But then these are the results you have kind of running through, right? So this is where you sit with this. Again, top your group. That's where you're headed. And I think that's what will make it more fun. It'll make it more exciting and they'll make it more intriguing. Do I like this format? I think it has its pros and its cons. I think the one drawback of a straight group is that if teams drop out, you're mashing up your entire schedule, scheduling how it is. And we saw that in Group H. We had a team drop out, and I think Guadeloupe and another group dropped out as well. So I think for them, it's just a matter of figuring out what works. I would love consistency with it. Yeah. Yes, you did, Nelson. Costa Rica. This is definitely youth 17s and CONCACAF. Get yourself used to this, Nelson. This is what happens at this level. There are the haves and haves. Yes. Yes. It was like 22 at half. They slowed down. They slowed down. You know what? I will show you. You know, the British Virgin Islands had a good time, but I don't think their parents and friends enjoyed it as much. We're gonna throw that up there, yeah, because that game was. And this is the thing. And to a point, do they need to change their format? I think I do agree with that here, but I would just rather them have a consistent format because right now the struggle is if they're just separating all your top teams and the best teams go through, what options do you give yourself to perform? Right? What options do you give yourself to look good? Because ultimately, yeah, if you want to see what those numbers look like, right? Halftime was here. It was as bad as 3, 6, 8, well, 15, 16, 7. It was 17, and they put the other 9 later on. They did not care. They did not care. Now, granted, with all respect to them, the British Virgin Islands are living their a life. They are certainly living a life. But at the end of the day, this is the format they've chosen. And I think the question that I would ask you then is what's the better format? And I think that, Nelson, would to your point, how do you ascertain which team is good if the gap is that large? I think this is why when you then translate that over to youth World Cups, which is what we're looking at, you do see a drop, right? Some teams aren't as good. In CONCACAF, we had 3 teams make it out of their groups. We had one team win a round, get through to the round of 16. That was Mexico, right? US lost in penalties, so did the Canada. But the levels are so drastic. What's the format that works best? I think there's a format that would take more time, but and I think not many teams have that option in terms of the time in which teams are going through. Right? If you look at something like Africa, Africa on the women's side does a lot of home and homes, right? Aggregate scores until you have your final participants, right? Right now they're doing youth 20. Right now, yeah, right now they're doing U20 women's qualifiers, and it's home and away games, right? And I think that could be a better format. But then that means you have to host a game, and then you have to travel away for a game. Not many teams have that. It's a lot easier for some just to say, let's all prop them up on one island, and then they figure it out from there. That could be the result of it, but we'll have to wait and see if they decide to change it. WeMax is saying take out the top four, build a final three groups out of four. So take the top four. Oh, take out the top four, then build final groups of three and four to see what the assessment is. Okay, so top two best place direct qualification, bottom teams are playoffs. That could work. That could work, but I think the more you look at CONCACAF, the more that they are trying to basically work around to isolate and not have matchups of top teams because it's theoretically it's in the best interest of every federation to send the best teams that they can, but you have to then go win those games. And I think that's where whichever format you're looking to use doesn't always work that way, and I think that's where the struggle is. So then you get six best and then additional two. That could work, but how, because it's happening every year, you would have to then basically run it through a little bit more. The best will play the best, and that would prepare you for it. I would agree because I mean we looked at it in our last live, but I'll actually pull this up really quickly here again. Once we saw those teams get to the World Cup, like that level didn't really do them. Like I saw some people making the comments and different videos, just the idea of does this format prepare those teams? This is the qualification. You have to play through this to make it. And unfortunately, between now and then it's up to your federation to say, hey, let's find teams to play. Let's get you up to level and let's go from there. Because, right, if we let me pull this up for you as we're talking, right? If we look at last year's qualification structure, right? Last year's qualification structure. Yeah, Canada topping their group with Curacao, Bermuda, Turks and Caicos, and Anguilla. Cool. You had Costa Rica topping their group over Trinidad, right? You had Mexico topping their group with a draw, but they had the goal difference, hence why everybody's running up the score. Stay safe. Honduras topped their group over Puerto Rico. That game was a 1-0 game at the end. Haiti topped their group over Guatemala, 2-0 against them. US wasn't much of a group to run through, but 2-0 over them. Panama over Dom Rep, again, final game, 2-1 over them. El Salvador over Jamaica, same idea, 2-1 there. Those were your top four. Those were your top eight teams, right? But then once you get to the World Cup, and again, this is to the point of how do you assess how good your teams were? Let's talk about where all our CONCACAF teams were in that last Youth World Cup, right? You have Group C, Costa Rica, only was able to draw the United Arab Emirates, right? Keep scrolling, keep looking. Haiti went three up and then lost all three. Mexico gets the win versus Cote d'Ivoire, and then they go through. And that was in their first game, and that was yeah, I remember watching that game. Right, El Salvador topped their group, took a draw to North Korea, but then other than that, no, sorry, they drew Colombia. My bad. Nothing. Honduras losses all throughout. U.S. won their group, only CONCACAF team to win their group. Panama, 3 games, 3 losses. Canada, draw, win, loss. And out of goal difference and fair play, they made it through. Because everyone in this group finished with 4 points, which was the madness of it. And that's kind of what it looked like. So there is a degree where the best that you can do isn't always the best that should work. But for now, this is the format that they have, right? For now, this is the format. And I can't complain about what I wish it could be or how I wish it could be better. At the end of the day, this is what they are. But like, and imagine, I won't even say if this is a Jamaica point, JD. JD says, imagine Jamaica and the lower teams made it. This is just the reality of, I think there's still gaps. right? Expanding the field gives more players and more teams looks, but confederations are deeper, right? CONCACAF historically hasn't been a deep confederation, right? You have the US Mexico at the youth level. You had Costa Rica who's performed well at it. You've had Honduras who's performed well at it. Canada shows up, but I mean, until this last one, Canada hadn't won a game at the U17s ever, right? Then you have like your Cubas and your other sides. I think there's a degree, yeah. I think those teams are still dominant for their region. And so maybe it like your format, I understand how it looks, and that could be interesting, right? When you take a look at it, you say take the top four out and then build groups, three groups of four outside of that, top two places, direct qualify the bottoms are in the playoffs. So you get six best and then 10 and then two additionals. Everything CONCACAF has done has been under the premise of we want to guarantee more games for development. We want, and that's always been their plan. This is when they went to the championship round, right? That was one thing when they went to the championship round. You see this on the women's side a lot, where it's you have a qualification round, your top six/eight teams make it, and then you get best on best action, and then the best out of that goes through. And they've done this on the men's side, but because the U17s is so much of a larger tournament, you don't have those opportunities necessarily to get those teams. In Africa for U17s, if we actually, yeah, let me pull up what Africa did for U17 because I think that is an interesting because Africa did a bit of that, but then also they switched it up as well. So let's go to how CAF did their qualification because CAF I think was has a form, but I think could be similar to that, but could also work in different ways. Right, so we go to qualifying for CAF. CAF had their top teams come through for qualification. So let's get to the qualification page here. Yeah, and to your point, and JD says, understanding what you're saying, but we ain't improving this region at all. The best way to improve the reality is to improve the region, you need your best to play your best. But that's a CONCACAF issue all the time. You don't have to play your best to get through. That's at the senior level for some teams. That's all the way down to other levels. So unless you make it important for you to do so, it gets a little bit harder. So let me give this for context for how CAF did theirs. And maybe that's something that CONCACAF can look at. Maybe they won't look at it in this version of it, but it's certainly a way to look at it. So in CAF, and this is a part that many could say isn't fair for CAF, but CAF, they've split up the entire. So CAF is the Confederation of African Football. They split up their region into different zones. So they got the northern zone. They have west. They have two West African zones. They have a central zone, a central east zone, and then a southern zone. And basically, in every zone, whether that's fair or not, there are three spots available. So how they get through those three spots depends on how you want to go through. So again, northern, you have the North African teams. The West A, you have Gambia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Mauritania, Cabo Verde. West Zone B, Benin, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Niger, Togo. Just where you are. It's regionally based, regionally low created. And then from there, Central go for there. And then that aspect, you do a group stage one to get qualifiers, and there's three slots available. So every team plays each other once, and the winner of that goes on. So in the northern zone, you had your top three teams: Tunisia, Morocco, Egypt. They went through. Algeria weren't able to win. You moved on. In Wafu A, you had Gambia and Senegal making it through. Nothing Wafu B. In A, Group B, Mali and Guinea Bissau made it through. And then they had a knockout stage, and then your top three from there made it through because that's what the numbers that was allocated. For West Zone B, Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire made it in one group, and then Nigeria and Burkina Faso made it in their group. And then the winners of those finalists made it through. Third place, top three made it through, and then that's kind of where you went. Central, again, going through. This is what they did last year. You saw that. And then once you finish through all of that, And then you had all your teams, and then you have your A, B's, and C's. Everyone is there. Once they finish through that, then those teams went through to the qualification round, and then that's where you had your groups running through. I have got lost in this. All right, so then you got to the U. Then you got to the tournament itself when you had all the teams, right? That's where you had all of the teams that were present, all from Zone A, Zone B, Central Zone. Then from there, that became a group, and then you had winners, and then moving on from there. So Group A, you had Morocco, Zambia, and then third place. If you finish third place, we'll talk about how it is. Top two teams in your group made it on. There was a tournament. You played from there. Some people didn't want extra games. Then the playoffs were the third place teams in every group. That's where Uganda got past Gambia. That's where Egypt got past Angola. And then you have the tournament that ran through from there. Maybe that's a better way to run it through because you see similar things like that. Africa will run it that way. We even look at what their women's World Cup qualifiers will do, right? And I see you, Jaden. Yes, that's the only way it should work at this level. And I think it works for them because they've zoned everything, made it easier for travel. And if CONCACAF, who have a high number of teams that are there, maybe if they want to go in a smaller setting and then get some best on best action so that teams are better prepared, that's a fair point. But I'm not opposed to any other options. I like this format primarily because it's the simplest format to understand. Top your group, you're en route. Simple as that. And if you don't top your group, well, guess good luck next year. And that's the difference. Because it's every year, you don't mind it, but because this is a region and with how they're doing it, and that to me is why I like this format because it's the simplest way to understand. Perfect, perfect. Glad you're. But we're here, guys. If you're, again, I don't usually tell you to hit the like button, but touch up the like button. Tell me which players you have liked so far. Tell me what you've seen. I know we're here to watch Canada, and we do have Canada's lineup out here. So let me throw that up for you so we can take a look at who Canada has playing in their lineup as you can see it there. Same goalkeeper as well. Just never wanted 26-0. Hey, Haiti women's did 26-0 at the senior level. There are gaps. And then Haiti got 4 or 5 from some other teams. So it's this is the region. Everyone is a bigger fish till they meet a bigger fish. And in this region, there's some big fish, but then in the world, they're just minnows. And so prepare yourself or be the big fish and kind of run from it that way. But here's what we have for Canada versus Aruba today. A few changes from the lineup, but here's what we got. We got Xavier Laroche starting up top with Van Parker, Eloy Brenton, Rafi Budd gets a start, Quentin Belfond, Rafael Pascal, Vincent Lorenzo, Lohamba Okoko, Stephen Kapoor. I see you, Stony Creek, Edwin Omogbre, and then Gabriel Pandolfo. That is the 11 for Canada. And we're going to do a quick switch and compare just to see how that is similar to what they started off with, because there are some similarities, there are differences. Ale Luima injured. Haven't seen anything on him in terms of players, but Luima is not listed in the lineup, which might speak a little bit more to what his availability is. We do see Rickard, who's there. And so that does open the window possibly for him to come back, but it looks like Luima might be done. Again, I said best case scenario, you might see him in the Jamaica game, but we'll see what happens. Jamrock, what happened to the watch along for the Jamaica game? I where is JD? JD's doing stuff. JD is doing stuff, but we can still watch. We can still learn. We're still talking about everything. If you want to talk about the Jamaica game, we can talk about the Jamaica game. But bless up to you, Prince Hood. Good to see you as well. Jamrock, nice to have you here on this weekend. But let me just do a quick compare and contrast here, just to be certain of who looked good, who did not. It was a great game, the Cayman versus Jamaica game. Yeah, Jamaica put it on them. But we said this earlier on. This is match day 2 has been goal difference, because for teams you want to eliminate as many other options to make sure you can go through. So putting the gauntlet down for 12 goals means you're telling, if you're Jamaica, you're telling Canada, if we draw at this point, we're going through. So you need to score 13 goals for this to be a conversation one way or the other. Now, can Canada score 13 goals? I'm sure they could. Will they? I think Aruba match day 2 won't be the same Aruba in match day 1. The same way that the Cayman Islands, I mean, we're not here to make excuses for Cayman, but they played a different style. They were just physical. Losing your starting goalie, losing your starting goalie is a different thing, and that's fine. I'm about to watch a PSG game. Well, hey, let me know how Hakimi's doing out there. Still have my agenda to get this man a lovely, a lovely Ballon d'Or, but we'll see what happens with that. But that is Canada's lineup going against Aruba, and again, we're just doing pulling up because apparently I'm loading and loading. Let's see what it is. But we've had a conversation about whether we like this. Good sir, good sir. We've had this conversation saying whether we like this qualification format, and we have JD in the building to talk about that as well. And we had a good conversation one way,
One
both ways,
second, let me
really
close
about it.
this.
But I think
All right,
it
so
has its merits. But for this many teams, you'd want to do something that keeps the keeps the competition top, but then also keeps the competition engaging for everyone. I think that's one thing that if we were able to see that would be nice, but we haven't necessarily been able to do it. But JD, I've given a lot of my thoughts here. What are your thoughts on match day 2's Costa Rica playing rugby against the British Virgin Islands and saying 26 is enough? And how is do the high scores damage the competition this much for you?
uh, to be honest, because maybe me typing never gave you the clear understanding.
Hmm.
Thanks everyone for being here. Make sure to smash the like button, share, definitely subscribe. Someone asked about the Jamaica stream. I was busy today. That's why I never did it. And to be honest, we already said what will have happened in the next game. Jamaica is not a technical team. They are a bulldozer team. So only thing Cayman wanted is to fight physically, and I don't think they could have out physical Jamaica, and we said that, so we expected Jamaica to win that easily. What we are watching the Jamaica game for is how fast they move the ball, how much
Mm.
control they are under. As to how they finish the chances, like oh, you saw Costa Rica was in control. Every ball puts in that intended, the striker is intended to be there. I think I've never seen anything like that from Jamaica, even though they scored 12 goals. But I
Mm.
expected the bulldozery to work on Cayman, and it's a second game for Cayman. So we expected Jamaica to win. So what I want to see from Canada today now, we saw that they can pass the ball better than Jamaica. They are more controlled than Jamaica. I want to see how their conversion in their finishing look, especially when someone keeping it tighter. Aruba is the better team out of both of Cayman and Aruba. Aruba can
Mm.
pass the ball. Aruba, maybe some of the Aruba players them look a little bit smaller, but they are way more intelligent as it comes on to football. So let me see how Canada dispatched of them, especially in the mid press when they're backing off and also trying to play through the middle. I want to see Canada shut down those things. Jamaica never shut it down, so they created chances after chances on Jamaica, but their striker wasn't good enough. So let me see all of that. That's what I'm looking for Canada,
Mm.
to be honest. As it relates to the question that you asked now about the big results, what I was saying, I think we stretching it to the top eight teams right across all groups is just because we want to put every team in it. with the big
Mhm.
dogs. But I'm saying we could have still kept two different tournaments just to feed out the bottom dwellers. So, for instance, Jamaica and Trinidad have always been the teams that's below Canada, United States, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama. So Jamaica and those teams, let's see if they are good enough to come out of that bracket. So you're still giving a poorer team a chance to come out. But let them try and beat Jamaica and Trinidad, just like Barbados
Mhm.
beating Trinidad, and then when those best team comes across, like the best four, we put them against the next four to because we want three groups of four in the end. So we want
Mhm.
12 teams in total. So we're trying to get the next 8 teams with the big dogs in. That's all we're trying. But
Mhm.
having this team against Costa Rica, you know that it's going to be 44. If Costa Rica in 2 games, Africans have almost 100 shots,
Yeah.
100 shots. They had missed 25 big chances in the last game, and they still won it by 9-0. So really and truly, Costa Rica should have scored 75 goals in 2 games. That can't be any level. And then you brought up the facts, and you saw that Costa Rica did nothing when it goes on to World Cup. You understand me?
Yeah.
So that tells you the levels apart. You have to you can't say, "Oh, I'm trying to develop the smaller teams," but the bigger teams are not getting any competition and they can't go anywhere.
But then that to me has always been my issue with them changing the format to that, right? And that's where I would say if you're having that many teams, that's why the format that I liked the most was when they just they had groups of 5. You played 4 games, top 3 teams make it, and then the quote unquote lowest teams they had their pre qualifiers and they were immediately in to the round of 32, what have you, right? And so then you did that. You guarantee games. If you want to do that, fine. Those teams can go through. But then it's okay. Those teams who want to prepare, they. But then that's where you got like, okay, Curacao made it in that route. You get it, great. But you're a low C. That means now you end up playing Mexico first game. It's like, okay, well, this is your reward. But I find that if you want to guarantee more games, I feel that works better. I think for how CONCACAF is training the U17s, because it's every year, I understand again why they're going to this format because it's the simplest way to get teams out. And then plus, once you get this all complete in February, then you get to, okay, federations is up to you. Find your friendlies, get prepared, find the players. You have the year at the bulk to prepare. But I do agree with you as well. I think there is more. I think there would be more time for them to have a pre-tournament like they do with the ladies, and then get your top
Yes,
12 or your or 16,
yes,
however you want to
and
make it,
yeah,
and then run
it's
it that way.
foolishness.
I
Yeah,
think there's
it's
enough time
foolish.
to
It's
do
not
that.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you check the number of goals, it's a record number of goals because you tried a record number of foolishness. You understand? Yes. Um,
Hmm.
so, um, I- so let me break this down now.
Hmm.
John Rock said, "Can Jamaica beat Canada?" Yes, Jamaica can beat Canada, but I think it's not going to be a dominant and no ball. It has to be 3 or 4 strikes, like in the moments. I don't see them dominating no game because they are yet to dominate a game, even including this big wild team that
I
only
would.
wants
Yeah.
physicality. So I want to see them grab the games then, but maybe I am just asking for too much. Jamaica is not a football playing team. They are
Hmm.
more physical playing team because that's maybe I need to start look and maybe I need to start look at it as like how Nigeria plays. You will never
Hmm.
get Nigeria playing no football. I should take that out of my head. Just know that when I see Jamaica, they're not going to be playing no swashbuckling football. They're going to just always be robotic, physical. All right,
Hmm.
so they can out physical. I'm not sure if they can out physical Canada, but I think them and Canada match up good in physicality. I think
Yeah.
Canada is a better team. I think they're a better team solely based on they have the more education. They use more education to play football. But Jamaica is still raw, and any raw team can score a goal and then fight and fight. And then once counters should be the advantage, I think Jamaica is always good at counter because they have good
Yeah.
pace and they have very good strength. So they can always resort back to counter. So if they can go into the final game having the goal difference, that can be a big advantage because now Canada has to come to them. And once Canada has to come to them, now you can play the counter-attacking game. The counter-attacking game. And I think a counter-attacking game will suit Jamaica more because I think if it goes down into a football educational thing, I don't think Jamaica is going to win because I don't think I've seen Jamaica teams being football educated. I have never. It's been a while. I've seen a Jamaica team like that. I think the last time I saw one would have been World Cup, Ladies World Cup, just concluded. That we knew what our strengths are, and they did well. They went to the second round. That was the last Jamaica team I've seen know that exactly we are not as good as other teams technically. So let me go with this approach, and that approach work. So I
Yeah.
think that's the way Jamaica beats Canada, in my opinion. Then we have some more. Go ahead, Africans, and then I
No,
can
yeah, for sure.
take
I think
the.
it's a fair point. I think if you're looking ahead to that matchup, the one thing I'd say for both sides earnestly is we haven't seen any of them have to defend. And in the moments that they've given up chances, you've seen a little bit of in terms of what the concern is for both sides. For Jamaica, it would be they push their
No, we
full,
have Africans. We have seen Canada defend. We had seen Jamaica defend
but
because they had to defend against Aruba. Maybe not at the level that they should, based on the
but
chances that
mhm.
Aruba created. But they did create the chances, and Jamaica made last these challenges and also gave up big chances.
No, and I think that's the thing, and the point that I was going to make to it is I think for Jamaica specifically because we've seen two games of them, I think they push their wingers and their fullbacks far too high up to pitch, and even so, it looks more like a 4-2-4 sometimes than it does a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1. They that space in the middle is always there. If K-Man had players who can string together passes in their counter, they could have taken advantage of that. For Canada, I would say they gave up some chances, but again, same thing, quick recovery within that. And I think that's the thing that I'll be looking to answer the question. Do I think they can? Yes. I think if
Yes.
Jamaica beats Canada on Sunday, it's 1-0, 5-3, 6-4
But
type of a game. That's
But
the
I
me that
only see
yeah.
the goals. I only see the goals coming from counter. I don't see the goals them coming from build up because I think once you set up a team properly, they are struggling because they don't keep control of themselves, their bodies. That's the only problem. And these are and I know that this is just solely bad coaching, Africans. It's just
Hmm.
bad coaching because it's football fundamentals they're not using. They're not using angles and all of those stuff. So I just know it's bad coaching. And some of these kids can be even better versions. Because if you put them in the Canada team with the instruction, maybe some of them be better footballers instant.
Yeah, I think the thing, yeah, like, and to be like the more on that game. Also, Canada's wearing red, so it will be a bloodbath. These are the rules. I think the thing that I've liked about this Jamaica side are this version, and it's so tough because now I'm just judging a birth year versus say, okay, we have other players when they've kept the ball on the ground and they moved well with it. They looked far
Mm-hmm.
better than years past, right? Them keeping the ball on the ground they've known they had an idea, they've had a strategy, and I think I liked it better for how they looked that way. But at the end of the day, again,
Mm-hmm.
this will be that match will be against a team that will be on par for them on that level, and I think that matters a lot. And I think from that standpoint, we'll have to wait and see. But again, we saw Jamaica play earlier, or for those who watched, we watched it, and now we'll take a look at what
Mm-hmm.
Canada looks like versus Aruba, and we'll go from
So,
there.
so Jamaica had three chances, three goals against Aruba.
Yes,
Gave up our own, I would say, would I say four big chances?
I counted it
That's
as three, but yes, they gave up
three,
big chances. Yeah,
three to four big chances.
yeah.
So we want to see how easy Aruba goes through Canada. We want to see that, like
Mhm.
through the middle, and you see how you guys press them and how much big chances you give up, and then how much chances you create under control and how much you finish. That's the ways I'm going to judge it before the game starts.
And I think that's
Like
fair.
before the Jamaica Canada.
Yeah, and I think that's fair because again, this is the first time we get to see them against light competition, and I think there's a degree of that where we were saying. I think it's not going to be the same Cayman side, and Cayman didn't play the same way they played against Canada versus Jamaica. They tried to string out, they tried to build out more, and that left them open and vulnerable. And when you score in the first
Mm-hmm.
minute because you're trying to build out, that's on you. And so I think I think they'll be all right, but I think at the end of the day, as long as it's 3 points for Canada, you're saying okay, you win your 3 games and you're through. If Canada puts up 14 to 15 against Aruba, which I don't see coming, but then it's a direct thing of saying we want to make sure that even if it's a draw, we're going through. And Jamaica threw out the gauntlet for that with their 12 goals. So now it's a
Mm-hmm.
matter for Canada to say, okay, 12 is the line. If you want to get to that, get to that.
If they
We can
score
go from there.
six, if they score six going into the Jamaica game, I would be way more impressed than Jamaica scoring 12 against Cayman. Solely based off Aruba is a better team. I promise you, Aruba is going to give Cayman six love. I almost certain that's exactly what will happen. Just
Mhm.
watch. Just
I,
watch. Cayman
JD,
is a bunch of
y-
thugs.
turtles are not are friendly. Turtles are friendly,
Yes.
but no,
They are a bunch of thugs that don't want to play football.
I would say this a win, but then I want to see the shots on target number be in the double digits as well, right? What's it called? Jamaica had 48 shots and 18 on target
48
on
shots,
frame.
yes. Yeah.
I need Canada to at least have 20 shots on target this game. Or if to be realistic, I need them to have
No, no, you
that.
can't get 20 shots on
Fine,
target.
fine.
Jamaica
Give
never
me
have 20
12.
shots and 20
Give
shots
me
in the whole
12
game
then.
against them.
And then I'd say give me 12 for Cat. Let me see Canada get 12 shots on frame.
Uh-uh.
That would be
Arlen, I
more
said,
than
JD, this is not how you analyze football by comparing. No, I think you're not listening. Remember, we have not gotten the matchup as yet. I
Mhm.
need to see how both teams set up, or what they have done in all thirds. That's the only way I analyze football, Orlando. I can tell you that's I get paid to do that. That's how you know it's going to work out in the end, because you're looking at the opponents, the capability of each players, and where they give up their opportunities. So we wait until I am done. When I get my information from the Canada game, then when I put everything together, then I am just analyzing games on the fly. And remember, my end results are always spot on. So that means something is right what I'm doing. So let me watch this game. Then I will go back and watch Jamaica versus, because I'm done with this Tugs team. I am watching Jamaica versus Aruba again. And then I'm going to watch Canada versus Aruba again. Because that's the true matchup, I think. I think the Tugs Cayman was just there. That's one of the teams that shouldn't have been in the competition. That's all I'm saying. I'm very sorry, Cayman. I know you guys are beefing with me, but
and coming
I'm
here
very
to
sorry.
beef with me. See, PSG already scored. Well, I'm glad that the Parisians are doing well, and apparently Liverpool didn't do something today. Good for them, I guess. I don't know.
Yes,
Honduran
yes,
ref with a
yes.
Guatemalan crew and a Surinamese ref number 4. So you know what? I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all.
Liverpool say football. No, Liverpool say football today, by
Oh,
letting Manchester City won.
oh, good for them. Good for them. I don't know what wins are, JD. Wolverhampton has taught me that I don't know what wins are. So, it's been a tough tough journey for me. A very tough journey for me. But Orlando coming in saying, but some teams are just more technical than Jamaica. If we play over the top using our speed and our strengths, so the setup of play don't make Hannah better, I might assume.
Well. I love that you said that, because I literally said the same thing that you're disagreeing with. I said that's how Jamaica can win the game. So you're perfect in your system and I am perfect in my system. But maybe by my action, you realize that I always love more technical football more than anything else. So maybe that's why I thought that way. And it always seems like I'm going against Jamaica, because true Jamaica teams have never come out playing technical football or under control football. It's all excitement. You understand me? So that's the problem. I totally understand where you're coming from. And that's on me. I like Barcelona, I like Ajax, I like Manchester City. So more likely, I am going to gravitate to teams playing like that. That's all. So I think I know where the problem comes, and it's fear. It's fear. Sometimes I will judge teams that only plays over the top and big long kick away, harsher, which is okay. It's my fault. All right.
All right. So we have Aruba in their yellow kits. We have Canada.
So how much you're going for Africans? I am going for 6. I'm going for 6. Canada looking, because I think that because Canada have the ability to win the ball back in midfield, and if they play the same like how they play Jamaica, I think Canada can take more advantage of it, because Canada has more control in midfield as to how they play based on the first game. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going for 6. I'm going for 6 this game. Sure.
I'm
How much are you going for?
I'll go for I was gonna say 6 as well, but I'm gonna go with just to be different. I'm gonna go with 7.
No. Aruba is good, blood. Aruba is good. The 6 is going to be hard.
I'm not
for
saying
them
they're
to
not
score.
good.
Aruba is good.
I'm not saying they're not
because
good.
Canada will get more retention than Jamaica in higher thirds, they're going to score more. But Aruba is good, blood. Because 6 doesn't tell you that Aruba is bad. I just believe that they're not in this tier as yet, and they need a striker. If they get a striker, they can push back defense better, so their football playing will look much better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm saying I think because Aruba will want to play more, that'll leave them a little bit more susceptible. And I think that's why I think they give up a few extra goals there, because I think that is where I'm making that suggestion for where it is. But so I think it goes a little bit more just because Aruba will want to play a little bit more. But right now, as they're getting going, like you see, like Aruba are going 5-6 across the back line right now. Gonna really tempt and try to push Canada to do something, but we'll see.
And instant Canada looks like they're in under more control than how Jamaica looked. You see what I'm saying? So that was my point for my conversation. Good, Orlando, I agree with you. I said, Jamaica could win the game. I never said Jamaica can't win the game. I said Jamaica can win the game, but I will favor Canada based on their style of play. That's all. Just their style of play, how much they're under control. And I'm just hoping that Jamaica, I want Jamaica to win. So I'm hoping that Jamaica just use what they use to score a goal. And that's it. A break here coming for Canada. Being behind, nobody is there. A good block in the end. Aruba dropping more people. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, float management says, so City is back. I just said, I never called any other name. I just said, Liverpool saved football by losing to City. That's all. You get what I'm saying? Africans, what did I say wrong there? I said Liverpool saved football by losing to City. Yeah.
All right. Low cross, nothing. Aruba clearing it, but not too deep. Larache on the ball.
3-0 and 4-0. All right. So everyone kind of in the range of 3 to 6. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And so far, Aruba can't get the ball as yet, which is good, which is a much more improvement than what I saw the first game for Aruba, and that's what I was talking about. The guy come back Africans, the injured guy, defender that you told me about?
No, he's not even listed. So I think he's done. He's out for this game, but he may. I think he might be done. The one that was injured in the second half is listed still, but Alain Luima isn't back. And I think for a fullback that can be solid defensively but likes to get into the attacking spaces, I think that does hurt Canada.
All right. So guys, make sure to hit the like button. How much likes we're on? Okay. Likes going good. The likes going good. All right. All right, so a break here coming for Canada again. A wonderful flick on here for Canada. Aruba, nice defending there, but they're giving Canada too much room, at
Yeah.
least to the 18 yard. Too much room Canada getting. I think they're getting slightly more room than even the last match from the Tugs.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I
whip
mean,
it
the
in
last
early,
match they were
nice. They're
trying.
from
Yeah.
Canada. Ooh, good keeps goalkeeper, referee.
Yeah.
Aruba is struggling to get onto the ball. Canada eye pressing them, winning by all the ball in midfield. So Orlando, you saw that. You should have respected my analysis. I told you what will happen. Canada eye pressing here. Jamaica never eye pressed them until the 78th minute. You see the difference in Orlando? That's what I was trying to say to you.
Mhm.
They wait until they come in the midfield and then wait until the ball lose. They were struggling to get close to them. Canada not giving them that opportunity. Canada literally not giving them any opportunity, just literally pressing them and taking back the ball from them. Slightly different Orlando. So that's what I'm more impressed with. When I'm watching football, like I don't like the static the midfield, drag it back to midfield, give them chance to play out because they only want to rely on speed going in behind. You understand? I think
Mhm.
it's kind of limited to thinking football, in my opinion. I hope you get what I'm saying, Orlando, because I like to make myself as clear so people can understand where I'm coming from or how I analyze it. Whipping early cross. This is a good one to the back stick. What a miss! good upper creativity here from Canada again, but
Yeah.
that's a bad miss. That's a
It
bad one.
is.
But much better creativity, especially from that youth. That's the dribbler, right? Africans, the dribbler over the right hand
Yeah.
side. Oh
Mhm.
God.
Prince, you know what? I'm trying to be a lot more active than I was last year, and that's why I wasn't as on for it. But I was covering every game for it. We had the African games going on. We had the Canadian games. We did recaps for everything last year, but we're going to try to be a little bit more active and be a little bit more intentional with that. So that's why. But no, haven't forgot it. We're here and we're ready to go. And even once we get there, even if Canada doesn't make it, I'll still be there because we got all 8 African teams that'll be
Yes,
there.
we're
We'll
gonna
be
cover it.
covering them as well. Yeah.
If Canada doesn't make it, Jamaica will make it. So we have to be there. Whether you're
Yep.
on a platform or somewhere, you know. We are making it. That's all. That's the only thing a CONCACAF does. Make sure one of us can make it to the World Cup, you know?
You know, they should have shut up. They should have thought of our channels before this. You know, just said, you know, we could make so much more with 2 channels doing things versus
Good
just
one,
one.
2 year for Aruba. Let's see if we can get it through the
Yep.
middle. No, the space is too congestive for Aruba to come through. Wonderful there from Canada. But
Hmm.
Aruba showcased that they can try, you know? That they tried just a while ago, got it past two, but sadly those two were in the defensive third. So they did not get any time. And Canada coming straight back over the right hand side. Empty
Yep.
opportunity. Let's see if he's gonna do a take on. Poor from Big Star. Because clearly that's what he think he is.
He's young. Let them live in their worlds. But hey, they need one goal just to open things up.
It's 7 minutes in the game.
Yeah, I
I think
know.
Jamaica scored in the 44th after all sorts of drama, you know?
Yeah,
So So you can't. What you want a goal now? That's you're too ambitious. That's the problem. You're
let
dominating
me
the
be
game. So
ambitious then.
wait.
Let me be ambitious then.
Yeah, you're acting like you want 10. That's what your problem is. You're looking 10 goals.
There's a degree of
All
that that's
right.
there because you're just thinking, hey, I'd like to match every team. So if they're gonna do that, then I'd
No,
like
no.
they're gonna score
If you
12.
score
I want
40,
13.
if you score 12, if you score 12 today, it tells me that you are very much the superior team in this group. You understand me? Because remember, this is the harder team. The
Mhm.
next whipping cross again. This could be problem. No, poor cross again from that winger. He needs to let go of the ball. Then, if your cross ain't going good, pass it inside. Give someone else an opportunity. No, I 12. I don't. People, let me know if you think. Um, if you think they get, I don't think
I don't
Canada
think they're
ain't
gonna.
scoring no 12 today,
I
blood.
don't think they're getting if they get double
Six,
digits, I'll be
six is
impressed. But I
okay.
don't think they're getting double
Six
digits.
is okay. Six will be impressive because it's not a bad team they're playing. They're
Mhm.
pressing the life out of Aruba so far and controlling the game 1000%. Just the finishing might not be there as yet. You saw that they're still trying to work and think, but they need to stop give the youth number 15 the ball, Africans. Let him
But
stay
he,
off the ball a lot more. I'm tired of him, you know?
but it could be a situation where it's just there's a player that you think if he can drop his shoulder, he can create, and so why not give him a few more opportunities to do that? But this is a
Africans, he has 75 opportunities in the last two games. I don't think we need to see him anymore. I need to
but
see him on the
chance
bench. That's where I
76,
need to see him.
chance 76 will be the moment.
All right. Sean 76. Oh, God. All right. Interception here. Aruba. Aruba gets gang banged and lost it again.
Why? Anyways, kind of
Oh,
still
sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Maybe I used the wrong word. It's a very sorry, people.
Maybe
I'm
he
just saying,
said
I'm just a break here. This is a dribbler. Dribbler comes back in the box and lost the ball again. That's his 50th loss of two games. And I'm telling you,
51
Canada
is the
dominated the
chance.
game. And he's just giving away the ball. I'm tired of him. Just like the number 7 for Jamaica, he played today better. Now I saw what they're all about, what he's all about. Um, but I'm tired of these dribbler guys. You know, pass the damn football, blood. Those style of win games. Wonderful square pass here from Canada, whips it outside, still on the ball. Canada, still on the ball. Aruba pressing, but Aruba legs will be going fast because Canada might actually pass over 200 passes so far. How much passes they have gone now, Africans?
Enough. I'd like a shot on target, please. Okay.
Okay, they're Aruba working and they're out working Aruba, so give them the time. Tell a player to stop. Good over the top ball there from Canada. But tell your winger to stop, kick away the ball, and then maybe you will get the shot because he's the one making the shots can't come because he keeps doing madness. All right, so Aruba finally got the ball. They're going to reset centrally. Let's see if they can open something. But Canada has pressed, 4 players in the attacking third. And Aruba struggling to get into the middle, slip it to the defense line. And it's well controlled and marshaled by Canada yet again. So 10 minutes of just pure domination. Let me see if they have 100% ball possession so far.
No, it'll probably say 70-30. It's the default.
Yes.
70-30
And
default.
believe me, anything of that 30 is just literally them giving back the ball to Canada. Move it a little bit faster inside. Stop forcing to this guy, man. All right, so Canada gets it through the middle. Aruba dropping deeper and deeper. Canada down the left-hand side, double, overlapping and over dribble. Poor there from Canada. Poor from Canada. But as in creativity towards the shooting. But I still believe that they have gotten more openings than the last game so far. So we can't beat them. You know, it just fall into the wrong persons. So we need a number 10 to get the ball. A lot more, you know. Through the middle here. Let's see if Aruba can win it. Oh, they're gonna give a free kick to Canada.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Give Aruba a chance in the game, the man ref. You were giving the Tugs them a chance, but a team that can actually score in Canada, you're not giving them a chance, blood.
Turtles are people too, JD. Turtles are people too. Okay.
You're
But yeah,
kidding.
guys, thanks for being here with us. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're wondering where to watch, it is on CONCACAF's YouTube channel. So if you're outside of North America, CONCACAF will have it. If you are in North America, get a VPN, get out of North America to watch it. Another missed chance. It's okay.
Let me find that boy name. What's his name? Let me find this guy. I am people. Are you watching this? The guy keep on can't beating a player, and he keeps on trying over and over. The ball goes to him now. He controls the ball inside the box. Put it. All right, he did something better now. Referee, that's a penalty. Oh, he kicks the ball again. I'm tired of this boy.
He's moving
They
to
need to take him
space.
off the field.
No,
I am so tired.
I'm telling you.
He has
52.
broken me.
52 is the moment. Chance 52 is the moment.
I think it's at 60 now since it spoke.
Well, then
How
61 is
much
the
more
moment.
chance? Okay, all right. She's a wonderful one to there. Interception, Aruba. Aruba clears your ball. Got a throw in. Aruba is struggling blood. Yeah. These winger boys, man. They swear they're these superstar ballers. I can't stand them, man. Just let go of the ball, man. The dude, please don't give him the ball. You're gonna give him the ball again. All right, he can't control the ball.
You're having the time of your life, community. Having the time of your life. Throwing for Aruba. Aruba throws the ball in.
All right. Yeah, Aruba, do something. Do something, Aruba. Because that boy only back Canada 1,000%. Jamaica, you need to target him. Let them force him to get all of the balls. You know, because but Jamaica have one of those players on the field as well. You know.
Ball out wide again.
Oh, you think he's solid? Okay, well, I'm telling you, I think he gets enough ball for we to see who he is. Wonderful. He whips in across. No, Canada gets the first one. This should be 1-0.
It is
all right.
1-0.
He whips in across, and the number 10 get the ball, and it's 1-0 Africans.
Again.
It's so
JD,
easy.
imagine,
just give it to the number 10.
Imagine if they fed him. Imagine, JD. He's just finding goals.
Give him the ball. Yes. Just give him the ball. He's so big. Yeah.
Van Parker is just finding goals. Imagine if they gave him goals to find.
Africans, let me give him a little credit. He whips in a ball. The ball took a deflection of the defender, and the number 10 was more. But he whips in a good ball this time. So, kid, you got a good whipping cross now. So 1 out of 71.
Hey. I told you. It was chance 71. and now chance 72. It's a great conversion rate. Chance 72.
1 out of 71. Oh, God. All right. So 1-0 people, 15 minutes in. So we're on point, and it's dominant Canada. It's just one. If my boy, which is the winger, just keep it under control and keep the retention going, I think they might get more than 6 goals.
Yeah.
He whips a
try to switch it and it goes far. But yeah, so we got 1-0 for Canada. So we'll update that.
Oh, Africans, nope. It's 17% to 83. So
I saw
it actually moves.
We have a lower default. Good to know.
Yeah, man, because it's only one side of football. Interception here, Canada. This could be a break. Just make the basic better pass. All right. Oh, yeah. Flip Khan, number 10. This number 10 he's good in man. He's good. Sadly, Canada don't know us yet well. Nice defending there for Aruba. Aruba clear their lines, and they can't get the follow-up. Our referee is going to call a free kick. So 1-0 after 60 minutes.
At this rate, I feel like Canada's strategy will just be like, just put the ball near him and then just kind of go from there.
Yes, just get the ball in his vicinity and let him maybe bomb 2 people. And obviously, once he gets it under control, he can score the goal. He's much more technical than the next big guy. What's his name? Kevin Brown? For Jamaica?
Brown is a lot.
He's inside the ball. sorry, Africans, but
no.
He just got away, and the guy failed to give him the ball.
Yeah.
Just slide it, guy.
Yeah, I agree. No free kick given on that tackle. Okay. No, I think what I've liked with Brown from Jamaica is he's a lot. I've liked he's a lot better on his feet than I thought he would be. Like I expected them to treat him more like a
wonderful
good save. Good save. Yeah, I'd be upset with that too.
Bless up, Jason. How are you doing, man?
Yes.
So he said, I think number 10 is better than Brown, man. Both foot and aerially. I think Brown is faster. For a big human being, I think he's faster. But the number 10 is better aerially and foot-wise as well. because I think that's my problem with Brown. I don't think he's as technical as what I expected, especially aerially, because he's
Mm.
like 7'20" against 2 foot people.
I
Just
didn't know.
bop the ball in the back of the net.
I didn't realize Victor Wembanyama was playing 7'20". Just there.
Yes, 7 foot. He's like 7 foot. Just stand up and bop the ball in the net, you know? Yeah. So for me, I like the touches of the Canadian player a lot more than Brown. But Brown speed, I like it. I like Brown speed.
He's at least getting, the thing with Brown is he's getting to spaces at least where he's making himself available. Like his goals weren't just like his goals weren't just, hey, just tall person head the ball in. Like he's moving to space.
Yes, no, no,
And
no, no.
yeah,
That's what I give him credit for.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
give
yeah.
him. No, Jason, we never said he's not good. He's compared to the number 10 from Canada, and I said the number 10 from Canada is better. A better technical footballer. Period. He's better with his footwork, better with his movements, better with his link-up plays. But I think that Brown is faster. That's what I said. So me saying the next player is better, that's not taking away from the ability from Brown. You know? Yes, so I am not taking nothing away from him. We're just comparing the two, and I want to say that
Yeah.
the number 10 from he just finds space out of nothing because Canada not giving him no food, and he's hungry for some reason. Every goal he scores is not literally from a chance. That's a surprising thing. So yeah, his movement is good. No man, I like Brown.
Yeah.
He's fast for his size though. He's fast for his size, in my opinion. But he just needs more work. He needs to go in higher society. And next break here coming for Canada, empty space. Let's see if he's gonna make a better decision. Good defending here, Aruba, but it's still Canada deep in Aruba's off. Brown is clinical. He was very good. No man, we were comparing him. He slipped the goal, empty goal.
Empty goal. No,
Put
it on frame.
Oh God.
Just put it on frame.
No, we were just comparing two signals because we that's it. We never said Brown ain't good. We like Brown here. We like Brown here. We just think that he needs to be better aerially. That's all we ask for. He needs to be better for a 7-foot player. He should not be so clumsy in the air. Should be way more dominant.
If
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, nobody knows at this point. Okay, so for Brown, as we're watching Canada go, JD. So let's put you into this hypothetical space where you are somehow his manager, his representation.
Yeah,
and you can get him, and you can get him to a club. But you can get him to a club. He's 17. Next year he'll be 18. You get him to a club where he can develop on that. Where are you sending him?
For me, all of the Jamaican players would have be better, and they wouldn't play football. When I'm done, they would have learned football. But when they reach on the field, they would have looked hungry and African. They're starving for football. I think the problem is, even though people say Jamaicans are not playing enough football in the country, they're playing too much unguided football. Well, I'm going to guide that football by education. I think most of them just don't know what they're doing on the field, and they're just playing pure off instinct. You understand me? And I think Brown is playing off instinct as well. So for me, I would send him. Ooh, empty. This could be 1-1. A mix up. And Aruba gets a goal. People out of nothing.
Okay. Thank you for
Aruba
that.
Gets a goal out of nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, because Aruba kicks a ball long and the bounce beat the defender. And then the keeper comes out because he's playing a sweeper-keeper role. I think he came too close. It's pure accident. It's pure accident, people. It's pure accident.
Well, no, JD, don't worry. The comments are coming. The comments are coming.
What happened? The ball go over the top. The keeper kicks it. It hits on the defender back and then goes back to the runner. So good job from the Aruba forward. He continued to run. And that's it. Pretty much that's it. Canada can continue with their dominance. Well, come on, Aruba, put some more ball long up in the air because at this rate, can't afford those. No, but JC, that's literally not even a mistake. I think he just clears the ball and hit the defender. The keeper couldn't do anything more. Maybe you would say the keeper should not be so high off his line, playing a world-class defender role. In life, you make your own luck with
With hard
hard work. All right. He just turned 16 last month. Okay, but for me, what I would have done with all of these Jamaican kids, they ain't playing no football. Cause why I'm doing that is me making sure I fix what I know is the problem in Jamaica. You understand me? Because
okay.
I was playing in Jamaica as well, you know? So that's what I would work on. Work on just pure education. They have played enough football. So far, whipping cross here, poor from Aruba there. That could have been an
Could have
opportunity
been.
for Aruba, you know.
Could have been. Yeah.
That could have
No,
been a
but
break, you know.
I'm asking you this in terms of like based off the skill set he has, you have to send him out of the country. Where are you sending him to improve?
Jason said, don't
I
let
know, I know,
Jamaica see those
I'm not
long
fucking happy with
passes.
this.
Well, we had said it early on that that's a way how Jamaica can try and beat them because they're going to be pressing high because they're more technical. So the long passes might be the best option. And the next deflection, what's up with these deflection? Almost for Canada. Almost for Canada. Canada struggling with long balls for days. But
Oh,
who said that? That's not how I analyze football. I want him to come back and tell me sorry. Because even though it was a mix-up, so don't get me wrong, this could be what a miss from who is
yeah,
that? Who is that missed that ball? Oh my God, Canada missed the empty goal in front of the goal.
yeah,
You saw
Eloy
that one,
Brenton.
Africans?
Yeah, Eloy. Yeah, I saw that one. I
You
think they're getting. Yeah, this is gonna be a
Yeah, they're getting chances. They have gotten triple the chances of Jamaica
yeah.
in the same time. But they have scored they still score more than Jamaica in the same time. Because Jamaica scored in the 44th minute, right? 44th, 43rd. As
Jay,
long as there is
this is
some variance
variation.
with the long variation after long ball, I'm okay with it. Just don't want only pure long ball. Okay. Well,
Jay,
tell you what,
Jay,
blood,
Jason,
you're gonna get pure long ball. You better just leave it alone.
Jason, they've seen it all. They're gonna low block and counter. They've the fruit has been dangled. They feel like this is the way.
I wish that commenter can come back and see that what I was saying with the my scouting is necessary because Aruba actually got more control opportunity. Okay. Orlando said it's too early, so he's not giving me credit. Okay. All right, Orlando. So let me watch the rest of the game. No, we know that Canada will score 6 goals or more because their level of energy will drop. They can't close the spaces faster, and Canada does better with space. So we know they're going to score it. They should have been easy well 3 or 4 so far. Very clear goals.
Mhm.
That one just a while ago with number 8, it's literally in the goal. He missed the goal. I don't understand
Yeah,
how that's possible. You know? So yeah, we know it's gonna come, but I was saying, let me look at the big chances that Aruba would have gotten because we saw them got multiple opportunities, but the difference is against Jamaica, they created those opportunities against Jamaica. This one, they never really created it. They kick it long. And
yeah,
a collision between the goalkeeper and the defender because the goalkeeper kicked the ball and it hits off the defender and then it goes back in the part of the striker. But the difference is they were passing the ball through Jamaica. That's why I knew that this team is better. And I was saying that give me a little chance for me to see them against Canada because they're a good team. And that's what I was telling you people. They were very good. They should have been 2-1 up against Jamaica. When Jamaica got the one and they got the next one, they hit the bar, and then after they got one again in front of the 6 yards, and they never did it. They never finished their chances. So they were getting chances, man. They're not a bad team. With a better striker, next year they can beat good teams or they can score and compete. All right, a corner here for Canada. Whips in centrally dangerous position, but he kicks it, he boxes it here too high, and
yeah.
the keeper deals with it strong. Aruba not such a rubbish team, but who did Warrior? I kept saying that Aruba is a good team.
Yeah, I don't think anyone said Aruba was a bad side, but here we are. Yep.
They just need a striker, or maybe
Agreed
just
there.
fitting their
Yeah.
strikers a little bit better, and the next time they're going to be a problem. But so far, Canada dominating the game. Throw in here Aruba.
Yeah.
28 minutes in the game, people. Canada pressing the life with Aruba, so Aruba have to pass it a little bit sharper. All right, so Canada won it back again in midfield. I was so spot on that midfield. Oh, they're going to win the ball back in midfield, Africans. And that's going to change the game, the difference of the game. Just the winning back in midfield will change the difference. And that's what Canada doing. But they just need to create a little bit more. And they're relying too much on the right-hand side. I think they need to switch it up a little bit more. Get some swingers from the left-hand side. Did they get across from the left-hand side as yet? Because I think everything came from the right-hand side.
Yeah, everything's they come. Well, yes, I think if they go left, they could have an opportunity, but we'll see what happens with it. And we have a tactical cramp. Ladies and gentlemen, the goalie needs to be stretched because it's a tactical cramp.
Yes, Aruba could have been up against Jamaica. It might have been a different. Yes, signals. We're just saying they got more freedom because Jamaica failed to press them and close them down. Canada is doing that at a higher level. They are struggling. Maybe that's why they went for the longer ball. But Jamaica gave them the opportunity to play out. So it was different. And that's why we had said that I think Canada is the better team on the ball completely, like to press in and control of the ball. But Jamaica seems to always have that energetic, electric pace on the wing and maybe size as well, because the big guy up front. So they can get it to him a lot more, even though Canada number 5 is very big. He might just be big as Brown or a little bit big, a little bit smaller than Brown, but he looks huge as well, maybe over 6 foot plus. So maybe Brown is not going to have the if he doesn't have the space to run, he might not have the advantage in size, like to bully him. Because sometimes he plays small. The Brown kid, he plays small, like he wants to be a traditional small dribbler. He gives you that vibes as well. So I think I want to see that matchup. I need to see him against a big player. I need to see him against a big
I think it'll be good
player.
ones. Kapoor has been
Yes.
good for Canada in terms of touches, but again, I think that'll be a nice in the open space like that. I think if you put balls like that out, like long balls like that, I think then it turns into a battle of both pace and physicality, and I think Brown wins that more chances than not. If Brown wins 6 out of 10 and Kapoor gets 4 out of 10, I think, and so that'll be something. They miss Louis Ma, man. They miss Alain Louis Ma.
No. What, the next one that got injured?
The one who got injured at the start of the game, yeah. I think
because he looks big as well, Yeah, he looks big and fast. So I will agree. But your center backs are big size human beings. Yeah, he's big. Yeah. He's big, man. He's big. I'm seeing him now. He's big. Number 14 is also big as well, man. Canada have some big players. Because the number 2, number 14, and the number 5 is very huge players. Early whipping here, number 8 keep on going in, but he's not finishing when he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, but another corner for Canada coming up, which is this corner number 6 for them.
Yeah, they're playing good. They're playing good. Just need to finish their chances. All right, short corner here. Whip it in. That wonderful ball to the back stick. Oh, Canada has to be one of the worst finishing team. Canada has to be one of the worst finishing team.
I'm not saying they're the worst finishing team, but they don't have finishing boots.
What a miss! Oh my God. People, this game could have already been out of sight and 6-0, 6-1 at present. And Canada missing some chance, blood. And Aruba goes long. The keeper is out of the goal. Oh my God. Almost an ex-friendly bounce for Aruba, people. Almost an ex-friendly bounce for Aruba. Canada just missed the next ball. Goal inside the goal again. That is the fourth goal inside the goal in 30 minutes, Africans. That is
Mhm.
bad blood. All right, Aruba, you need to go along a little bit more because if every time you pass the ball, because Canada is so up the pitch, the goalkeeper alone is in his half.
Yep.
See, you see, number 5 had to drop back a little to reach his own half. So if Aruba goes long, whenever they do have the ball, which is going to be very little bit, Canada breaking again, beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, beats 4, and lost the ball. And they're going to give a free kick to Aruba. Okay, no problem, Warrior. So what say you guys? You think that Aruba should go along a little bit more? I say yes, Aruba should go along a little bit more. I know that that's going against my principle, but every time they go along, it look like their
Okay.
forward might get in a good position.
They can get chaos
Aruba
ball
goes
there.
long. Yeah, okay. Those ones are not going to work because Canada get to drop back most of their players,
Mhm.
But try win the ball deeper and then kick it long, Yeah. So you can get more isolation. All right. 2-0. 2-0 PSG over Marseille.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean,
Dembele? What? Dembele scored 2? Damn.
he's trying to show the return of his golden investment. Right, it's a free kick for Canada. Aruba now. Yeah, this will be a game that just don't lose, guys.
Africans, I don't know. They have to miss 16 more of those big chances again to lose this game.
Well,
You're
they've
acting
already
like
missed
it's an even
15,
game.
so they've missed
Yes, but
15.
flip into the box stick. Oh my God, they missed 17. They missed 17. A ball put over the top. And what happened? What he did there? Oh yeah. Oh no. People have to investigate these misses. People have to
There's no money
investigate these
involved. I
misses.
just
What one over the top here? Oh, he tried to head the ball, and what he did, Africans?
he tried to.
So people, he's 2 yards away from the goal now, so it's gradually getting worse. He's 2 yards from the goal, and he tried to head the ball, and nothing came off the header. 2 yards, and he missed it in the empty goal. Jesus Christ! Oh Lord! Over. This is a good. No, it's heavy. That's too heavy. That's too heavy. Try the switch. I'm to get it to number 15, but it's too heavy. 1-1 after 36 minutes. Good way. Good. I'm learning a lot from this game. Guys, we're going to be Jamaica misses a lot of clear chances against Cayman. Yeah, but Leon, Cayman, and Aruba are not on the same level at all. And Jamaica missed two or three clear chances against Aruba as well. But this is like 10 already from Canada. And I'm talking clear chances that makes no sense. Yes, maybe they're going to finish. Oh, wonderfully. Finally get a ball. Number 8 can't control, but he gets to number 10. And number 10 tried to give it to number 8. For what reasons, I don't know. All right, let's see. Aruba trying to get a break, but Aruba lost the ball again. And it's back to Canada dominating the possession. It might be 10 to 90% possession at this point. Number 10 finally got an opportunity to skip the ball, and he gave it back to, all right, he's going to put it inside. Oh, no, poor. It's going to be a good game, Leon. I am going to do it. When is it, Africans? When is the game?
The game is Wednesday.
Wednesday? All right, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, I think 9 o'clock for you.
What? 9 o'clock for me? All right, I'm doing the game, people. Wednesday, 9 o'clock. I'm doing the game. All right? Yes, that's going to be a good one. And I need to get an 80 game in as well. When is the next 80 game?
Let me get
Wednesday
you all
as
the
well?
matchups here. Yeah, well, no.
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday or Tuesday. All right, let me
I
get.
need 80 game and I need a Jamaica Canada, the Jamaica Canada game.
Yeah, Haiti is. I don't even know dates anymore. 10. Yeah, Haiti is Tuesday. Canada is Wednesday. Haiti
All
is
right, so I'm
Tuesday
doing
8th for you. Yeah.
two games. Two games, people. Number 10, good control there. Get it to number 10, people, man. Work it in. Yes, nice. Number 10 is there. Let go of the ball, number 14. What? He's in the box. Okay, you got to wait. Put it across early. Why are you so lazy, man? And this is poor from them. And oh my God, another big unnecessary kick from the 17.
Xavier Laroche.
The man is 6 yards and he can't get it on target. He kicks it to the corner flag. Oh, control here from number 10. Is it or no? It's number 8. It's not number 10. No, no, that boy. People, the only person can finish in the Canada team is number 10. Nobody else. These guys are bad at finishing. How much shot they have now, Africans? Around 25?
Uh, let me give you the number.
It has
Um,
to be around 15 to 25 shots. And none of them made sense. Yeah, the keeper made around 3 to 4 saves, but
let me get you those stats here as we near halftime. 12 shots, 2 on target.
12 shots. Okay, it's not 25. Okay. Two on target. But the keeper made more than so how much saves the keeper made?
Um, hmm.
Or it doesn't have to be on target for the keeper to make saves. So
Yeah.
12 shots. All right. All right. A long ball here now. Let's see if Aruba could do something with it. They're pressing. Oh, Canada have too much people back. And they're gonna call a free kick. So yeah. We're not getting any more isolation with Edgar, the new Edgar Davids versus Canada, Yeah. All right, so Canada again on the break for the 55,000th time. And Dribbler just dribbling for no reason. Got it to number 14. They're back on the left-hand side. Let me see more from the left-hand side. Right-hand side, he gets inside, beats one. Don't kick it, please. God, man. You're too terrible at finishing. Thank you. He decides not going to kick it. He puts it inside, flicks onto the back stick, and it goes over for a corner. And also, there is a lot of Jamaicans on the Canadian team. I hate hearing that, you see, man. The last time Canada beat Jamaica, I heard that there is a lot of Jamaicans beat Jamaicans. Brother, we don't. It's not our players, all right? When they play for Jamaica, they are Jamaicans, all right? It's Canadians, man. What's up? Brother, everyone in each country is for that country, all right? They have Jamaican heritage. That's what they should say. All right? Edgar Davids controls the ball, but too much people there with Edgar. Edgar can't get a chance. Canada won it back again, and Canada playing strong. And okay, he got taken out.
We're gonna no,
Wonderful work.
just a foul. Ref, you have a card. Ref.
Hey JD, 6 goals still possible. Orlando, I am more confident that Canada scoring 6 goals in this game because they miss 5 big chances in from 6 yards. The problem is, Orlando, I'm trying to figure out who will score the 6 goals. That's
There
my
are
problem,
goals, just
Orlando.
not feet for the
Yes.
goals. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, yes, I don't know who. All right, so let me put it clear. We have 15 more big chances in this game. That's what we have. 15 more big chances, Orlando. And all 15 is going to Canada. That's one thing we do know again. So, but we just don't know who is going to score those 15 big chances. So, Orlando, if they don't finish the 15 big chances, you can't come here and beat me. Said that I said it's going to be 6-0, and one team get 20 big chances and don't score none of the 20 big chances. That's not my fault. I know that they're going to create the 20 big chances. It just needs to drop to the number 10.
So double reds for double yellow, sorry, for Canada and Aruba there off of the skirmish, the good old skirmish, and free kick for Canada. They're gonna go along with it. It looks like, and I'm gonna sit through this and just wonder when we'll hit the frame.
So So, Orlando, watching this game, you thought that it's a 1-1 game, or you thought that the game should have been 6-1 at best? I thought it should have been 7-1 at best. And see, number 10 controls the ball, almost gets it under control to put it in the back of the net. As soon as he turns, he's going to score the goals. And don't worry. You will learn to not doubt me. A break here for Canada inside, put it across early, and it's going to be a corner. Don't worry, big boss. They need 13 goals. If not, no. Lee Young, I think if after 6 goals, if they get 6 goals in this game, that's it. I don't need to see 13 goals. I need to see 6. They have already impressed me so far, with the creativity, and the control of the play, They have impressed me so far. They just need to finish the chances, because you can impress. That ain't going to win the games,
Mm-hmm.
So I need at least 6 goals for me to, 2 shots on target. Laugh out loud. Stats me I work with. Orlando is a wicked human being. Orlando, even if the man missed the chance from literal 6 yards, you are not going. It is still a big chance, blood. You realize they have more big chance than 2 shots on target. Yes, they are terrible at finishing. We all agree on that one. Yes, but they are creating more chances. That's all. God damn. All right. Canada breaking again for the 74,000th time. Whips it centrally. Let's see if number 10 can get onto it. Got onto it, pushed it on target, and then it got blocked. But they're coming straight back. So Canada trying to finish strong. Number 15 trying to get what he's going to call. Corner? A corner coming up. Nitro, JD, you are wrong. The Jamaican Constitution gives a person Jamaican heritage automatic rights to Jamaican citizenship. So technically, Lee Young is correct. All right, you know what? They are not Canadians, Africans. They are Jamaicans. So take them off that team, blood. Give them back to Jamaica.
JD, at this point, cool. I just want them to hit the target. I'd like goals, okay? We can talk passports later. I just want goals, okay?
Whipping, this is Africans, when they see this one again. He missed the chance from no yards. No, it's not 2, it's 0 yards. It's in the goal. He missed it, Africans. Let me see the replay. He missed the ball from inside the goal. Yes. Orlando. I saw a lot of chances created by Jamaica as well. I am watching over Aruba match. They had a lot of chances too. Yes, Aruba had more chances than Jamaica than Canada by a million miles, but Jamaica had good chances as well. But Canada have way more chances. I think Canada created more chances in this one half than Jamaica did in the whole entire Aruba game. Check it, Africans. I think they created more big chances in this half than Jamaica did in the entire game of Aruba. The entire game. And Aruba definitely created more chances. So even though you're beating Canada, they are still playing way better than how Jamaica had played against Aruba. And likewise, Jamaica played better against the Thugs in Cayman.
They are turtles.
And Canada played
the Thugs. Let them be turtles.
Yes.
But yeah, it's 1-1 nearing to half.
Number 8 can't head the ball as well. Just like, he can't head the ball, Africans. I have clearly seen that. 3 chances off his head, and none of them went down in the ground. He can't head the ball. He keeps on letting the ball hit him, All right, so Canada trying to put one in again. Aruba blocks it. Aruba is going to go long. A long ball for the 14,000th time. The keeper is out. Keeper starts but to play fast enough. It's 2 minutes. Let's see if referee is going to call it. No. Decides they're going to go for their superstar. Let's see if he's going to take on someone. All right, he did. Cuts inside, puts it on target. How? Africans, I'm done watching this.
Yeah.
I'm done watching this.
How?
Wow. Orlando, you
You know
believe me
what?
now? This game should have been 10-0 in the first half alone.
You know,
10-0.
if we got if
Canada
we got
missed
goals,
10.
chances.
uh, 10 clear chances from 6 yards to 0 yards. I have never seen this in football at all. I don't know what I'm
Why,
watching, but
why
the
don't you
only
get
thing on
screwed
this
on?
people, the only thing fooling you is this scoreline. This is one of the most dominant plays. Playing a low block, it is expected that Canada will have more chances. If Jamaica had not scored 12 goals, Canada would be 6 goals ahead. The pressure to score. Okay, so Orlando said it's just the pressure. Orlando, why? I think they just can't finish. This is mad. Africans, can you explain to me what are we seeing? What are we witnessing?
This
These
listen.
are some of the greatest misses I've seen for the entire competition.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Listen,
Yeah.
the stat is, and I mean, the stat is in this first half, Canada have had 19. I'm throwing it up right now because we're at halftime 1-1, Aruba and Canada. This is everything you need to know about this game. This is everything you need to know about this game in a nutshell. Canada have 19 shots, 2 on target. That's everything you need to know about this game. If they hit, and on top of that, if you add that to the game against Cayman, where they had another high number of shots and about 8 on frame, they just can't hit anything right now. And it was a thought I had like watching them against Cayman. Like they're a solid side, but there's nothing
No,
on this.
but Africans, what you feel to tell the people? Look at the shots inside the box. 19 shots, 17 inside the box, and you only have 2 on target. And they have the blocks as well, and you only have 7 blocks. So what he did with the next what he did with the next 10 balls that didn't get blocked.
Yeah, but and I think and that's the reality of it. If they could just hit the target, and after one game you think okay it's nerves, 2 games again for this group I'm just starting to think the idea is starting to sink in is like they they're the, and maybe second half it turns around for them, you hope, but they feel like
No,
they
it
are
will. Africans, it will. But I don't see any. No, I'm still sticking with my 6-0 because I predicted everything that's taking place, included the misses. I just thought that they would have gotten more understand. They have more control over the football to get to the number 10. How much shots the number 10 gets? That's what we need to check. I think he has 2 shots, 1 blocked and 1 scored. 1 blocked and 1 scored.
Van,
Where he is, number 10. How much shots he gets?
Okay.
The shots.
Van has 5 shots apparently, 1 on target,
How
5
much?
inside, 5 inside the box. Eloy Brenton, that's number 8, has 7 shots inside the
Yes, the
box.
number 8 is garbage, man. The number 8 is terrible, man. The amount of misses that man have, him alone should score 6 goals in this game.
It just might be the tournament where they just don't have finishing shoes because they have everything but the finish, right? This is a butterface. Everything's good butterface. Like this is a second half, guys. Let's figure it out. But like, if you look at it's everything but the finish.
Milshire said, JD, I told you this is a draw. No, Milshire, if this is a draw, I just leave football alone in the Caribbean because this make no sense. Because in order for it to be a draw, people, let me tell you what will have to happen. They have to hit the crossbar 16 more times and miss 40 more shots in the next half.
JD,
and
to be
Canada has to go down as the worst team ever created.
Okay,
to have
relax.
60 shots, 60 shots, and have 3 on target and miss
Okay,
15 to 25 big chances. That have to go down as the worst team I've ever seen.
JD, I will just stop you really quickly. We haven't hit the crossbar, so let's take it easier for like having
We
hit
hit the
six crossbars.
we hit the bar once. We hit the bar once.
But it's
JD,
just
then so it be so be it then. Well, I guess Milshire, we are going to be up for a barrage of
it's
misses
it's
in the next
it's
half. You know,
it's just honestly, it's Aruba have defended
look
well, but like it's
look
the
at
chances they've missed. Like
look at these
we
misses, man. Oh my god.
we have reached laughing. We have reached the level of just where you're no longer upset, you're just laughing. And
Lee
you know
Young
what?
said Canada good. Oh my god, yo, Canada good. Jamaica scored one on this team, and created around 3 chances in the first half, and Canada created 15 chances and scored the same one. And Canada good. Boy, I tell you, boy, Leon, the way we bias and just dishonest in our eyeballs to see that the next team is very, very good. This team is very, very good. Not in this group, I think this is by far the best team. But for something, 81% they have in the end. For some, they just I don't know what happened. I think they are I am impressed with their creativity, but they are Leon, that is a bad mind blood. If you say this team ain't good, you're just bad minded, brother. The guys that play football very good, man. Come on, man.
It's it's yeah, but it's the type of game where you say at the end of the day, you just need one more goal. And again, a draw doesn't kill them. It just means that they have to win the game
Africa,
versus
they should not win. If they Jamaica should go through. If they draw this game, Jamaica should go through Africans. I'm very sorry. They should not even turn up for the Jamaica game because they're frauds. Sorry, Africans.
we're
I know it's a country, but they're frauds if they don't win this game, Lord. You understand me?
it's just
I don't think they should have any problem to qualify in this group. This is how good I saw that they are. They shouldn't have had a problem. I think they are the ones making Jamaica game even relevant. Because I think that they are superior in passing, football education, and everything against every team.
but they're not
But they are
finishing.
underperforming. They are
And
underperforming. That is very bad underperforming with finishing. Very, very bad. I'm very sorry, Africans. But this is you should hold Canada at a higher standard
I
because they're playing their better team than everybody else. What I've seen. But this finishing thing is a problem. Blood. Don't come back to no competition until you can finish, brother. You can pass football all you want. You can't finish, blood. Straight up, man. That's
it,
this graceful, man. God damn.
I don't know. I don't I think if you're trying to be glass has water in it, optimist versus not even half full, just glass has water in it, you say chance creation is there. The difficulty is you can't if you're being even if you want to be as most optimistic, which is for the amount of chances that they are missing at some point, it's going to start to go into the net. Sure, you can have
Yes.
that opinion. But the problem is, this is now three halves of football where it's pass, chance, no finish, right? And I think that's where you're worried. And this is where my earlier point was for Canada. They aren't a bad team, but if you look at the 4 goals that they scored, 3 have been the ball finding Van Parker, not them
Yeah.
getting the ball
Yeah.
to Van Parker. It's been the ball finding him, and then he creates the goal, and then going from there. So I think for Canada, at some point, yes, there's a lot of talented players here. At this point, you've scored 4 goals. One man has scored 3. If that man has to score 10, give him the ball because that is it's remarkable the misses that they've had at this point,
Best
but
team. You
but
want to update your top five? You have your top five Africans? Top
uh,
five, because you said the best team you saw so far. No, I think the best team, two best teams so far is Puerto Rico and Puerto Rico and Costa Rica. And I'm sad. This is the problem. You know that I think Puerto Rico can be Canada. Like that Puerto Rico team that we saw can be Canada, you know,
Mhm.
and can beat Jamaica, you know. But the sad thing now, Puerto Rico is in the group with Costa Rica. How will you feel now? And this is what I talk about with the structure of the setup. I think they should have set it up
Mhm.
a lot better, you know? Yes. So
Right.
for me, it's unfair. It's unfair for the good teams them to be in the same actual group, you know? Because I think Puerto Rico beat both Canada because maybe Canada and Puerto Rico would fight it out with technical ability. But I think Puerto Rico finishing is a lot better than Canada. So they would have beaten Canada and they would have beaten Jamaica as well with relative ease. Because I don't think Jamaica is better than Canada. I just think that Jamaica has some big strikers that don't care about what football means. They are going to just try to kick the ball. And if you give them the ball from 30 yards, they're going to kick the ball. That's what I see in Jamaica's team. Jamaica don't care about no playing no football. They're just going to kick the ball. But Canada create a lot of chances, pretty football, and don't finish nothing. And I think Puerto Rico create spaces, create chances, and they finish. I don't think none of these teams are Costa Rica level. I think Costa Rica is very good. Don't look at the team that they played yesterday and scored 26. Yeah, Jamaica played today and they won.
Yeah.
They won 12-0, 12-0, 12-0.
Overcame it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over the
It,
Tugs, Cayman.
the turtles give them shell, but no, I think all at the end of the day, I think there's validity to the point where it's look, they may be playing better, but at the end of the day, balls in the back of the net is what matters right now.
Yes,
And they
yes,
are struggling. They are struggling to find water at a stream, right? They if you took them, this is not even a can't teach a horse to drink. The horse is in the water, but they are just somehow drinking grass right now. And so I
yes,
think
yes. Bad man,
it's
bad finishing man.
you if you're a
I
coach,
hope
either
they
you
don't.
find yeah.
I hope they don't turn up in Jamaica game and pretending like they're a big team because you should be big team against these teams. You know, I am tired of only when you turn up against Jamaica, I want to pretend like you were world class against. Yeah, you're playing good football, creating good opportunity, but save all of those scores, keep the scores them in these games, and then when you come to the Jamaica game now, you
It
kind of
would
play a
be
50-50 game. You know.
it would be on brand, JD, for Canada to score.
Yeah, no, that's
It
what I
would be so
expect.
on brand for us to draw Aruba and then come Jamaica, it's 3-0 at half. It would be the most on
Yes,
brand
yeah.
Canadian thing to do.
Believe me, because you know the only thing I realized, the only way this team can score goal is unless you give them every space on planet Earth and they have to tap the ball in the back of the net. And because Jamaica would be considered a bigger team, they have to come forward a lot more in much more numbers so they can create more space against Jamaica. But once the low block is there, with the other teams, them too much bodies are closer to them. They have to make too much decision to finish chances. So you will see them even beat Jamaica very easier than how they are struggling against these teams. So people look out for that as well. And likewise, Jamaica can win the game. So what that makes it a good, entertaining one. I am going to do that game. I'm coming out of retirement to do that game, 1,000%. I need a good game. You know, I need the Costa Rica game as well.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica. Let me get you
Puerto
that
Rico
game.
Costa Rica game. Yes, so Puerto Rico Costa Rica game, Jamaica Canada game. They are looking like the two games that I have to watch. Trinidad is an embarrassment, so that don't even
Hey,
make any sense. I can
hey,
see Mexico
tomorrow,
gives Trinidad six.
tomorrow, Barbados,
Six.
Mexico is the game of Group A.
Yes, the game of Group A is Trinidad, Barbados, Mexico. You know, Trinidad is an embarrassment. You know.
It's, but yeah, like I've not given much because I'm just in awe and in shock of the chances they've missed. But it's kind of deserving. And so for Canada, it's a matter of if you want to go anywhere, you have to finish. And so I
Mm-hmm.
hope they can because and you better because
All right. So how much people give you a prediction? I am gonna stick with my six. I'm gonna still stick with my six because I think the goals are going to score this off. I'm going to still beat them, people. Even if they win by 6, I'm going to still beat them. You know why? They show me that they could have won by 12 with ease. That's what it shows me. So I'm going to still extend the beating. I have a friend that beats people for no reason, and it looks like I'm going to just take up that beating. So I'm going to still stick with the 6-1, but I am going to beat them at the full time because it should have been 12-1. And that 12-1 is an accident why Aruba scored the one. Yes, so 6. Let me know yours. Give me your predictions. People inside the chat. Africans, what you said? You're sticking with 1-1? 2-2 draw because Canada will get caught on the counter. Are Canada breaking over the top? All right. Good defending.
I'm gonna go with 3-1 and hope for the best.
3-1. And hope for the best. Oh God. All right, Canada. By the time I get my juice and return, Boss Thomas says 2-2 draw Africans. You're gonna have hard problems.
Listen, I'm just dumbfounded by the misses. Go get your drink. I'm here. I am here. No foul calls. Ref just living life. Okay, cool. Another long ball. Okay, ball put over. Seven Kapoor now building up from the back. Canada going left to right on your screens as we're going. 4-1 Canada, says Jason. Okay, here we go. Ball chipped over the top. Placed in, headed in, and so are we getting the goal? Now we score? Now we score? Now we want to score? Unbelievable. Just get the goals going. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. Canada scoring 2-1 off the bat. JD, go get juice again. JD, go get juice again. I want another goal. Go get juice again.
I told you that I'm going to go for the juice and I go with score. So I guess I was right, Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought TNT was working in secret development. Top players. Seeking, I think it's in seeking.
Yeah.
Secret to develop top players. It seems not to be working.
It seems not to be working.
Well, I don't know what Trinidad is doing. I think what Trinidad gets is the ability to act like they're doing something and not doing anything. I thought they got that from. That's what they got in return of giving the license to Jamaica.
So Liam Torres, who came on for Okoko, coming off, scores once he gets in. 46th minute, 2-1 Canada. Let's see how this half continues with Canada building here.
It's going to end up one way. Once Canada get 2 goal separation, it's going to be goals, and maybe Allender was right. Canada felt the pressure, and that's why a wonderful break again over the top. Wonderful ball over the top. They should be 3-1. Keep the ball in the damn net. They continue their misses. They continue their legendary misses.
We don't. Hey, you got your 1 post out of 6. 5 more to go, JD. 5 more posts to go.
Oh my God!
They've gone short. They've played it out, and another corner for Canada coming here. So,
coach, I saw they have a black coach. That is nice, You're doing a good job. The kids them just let you down. That's all I have to say. Don't fire him, give him an opportunity, because I think they're playing good football, because maybe they try to blame the coach, but the football is good. They just need to finish over the top here to the box stick. All right, keep it inside because they can tackle you and get a penalty. Okay, that's a free kick.
Yep. It's all the secret work.
Yeah. Because even Jamaica like to pull up that always, man. Like nobody has TV and knows the players them. Yo, I can't tell you which player will be playing for Jamaica. In
that's something, JD. That's something I find interesting. How we'll be here and then they'll be like, "Oh no, he's spying. He knows people in the CS and Canada's Federation." I mean, I do, but I'm not texting people being like, "Hey, look out for number 9 on this team."
No, but it's shocking. Oh, in 2026, people in the Caribbean doesn't know that you have a thing called the internet. You
Well,
understand me? And
no, they don't.
football is football. Another miss inside the goal. Okay, it's a collision. They said.
I can't.
What happened here? Yeah, because
Let me.
so it looks like Trinidad takes it up full time now with the secret. Yeah, man. This story of oh, you can't say who is going to play for the team, brother. Every footballer that's a professional footballer. We can know in seconds that they are good or bad at football. You don't need to hide anything. So Trinidad, please don't take up that style. Just work hard at football. Okay, number 9 is done. Let me see the play. What took place? Yes, I'm sticking with my 6 Africans. I'm sticking with my 6. But it's a terrible performance for the 6.
It's I've changed from wanting the 6 to just like, can I just get shots on frame, please? Like, can we do that? We're up to 4 shots on target now. If we include the
They count the one that hit the post as a shot on target, or no? You have 2 shots after that, so that is off target. The one that hits the post is off target as well. Yeah. So, but you still have 4 shots. You still have 4 shots, right?
Yep.
Honest work is what is required. A whipping cross here, keeper will get that one, and it's back to Aruba having the ball.
And Solis came on for Rafi, bud.
Eye pressing, keeper. Let's see. Oh, wow. Their keeper can kick a ball good. And this is it's going to call a late offside. But maybe, who said it's going to be 2-2? Almost got what he wanted.
The Bustom said it was 2-2.
Edgar Davids working in Canada's back line.
He's a nice player. I'll keep an eye on him for years. Slip him a passport. See if he wants to switch. We'll see what happens.
A good defending here, but Aruba keep giving back the ball to Canada. You guys are getting 6, man. This giving back the ball to Canada every second. Number 10, good strength there. Put it in the box instant. Oh, yeah, keep on working it out. Close the man them down, Aruba. God damn, man. Look how much space you're giving them. Number 2, luckily he's not going to shoot the ball. He's going to give it to his friend, number 15. That's going to do some foolishness. And on cue, he does his foolishness with a terrible cross. All right, put it in the box, man. Okay. Number 2, kick the ball, man. But this, referee. Goddamn referee, man. Give a card, man. Yes. Yeah, that's a card, man. Damage the kids, them.
Yeah.
That's a wild challenge. And he injured him himself. So Canada have a free kick on top of the box. Dangerous area.
Yep. But Canada looking a little bit more moving with purpose, I guess. But
yes.
There's for humor's purpose, how many goals do they need to score to you to say it's a good performance for you in the second half?
It has to be 8 goals. 8 goals because that would tell me that your finishing conversion has some hope. Because remember, they're going to get I think they're going to get 12 to 13 chances against Jamaica, period. This is 56 chances they got in the last 2 games. So if you show me that the conversion rate will be 1 to 2, at best, I could say, okay, you might score 2 goals against Jamaica, so you have a possible chance of winning. I expect you to have better possession because you're a better passing team. I expect you to create even more than Jamaica, to be honest. But that doesn't mean you're going to win no game because Jamaica might just get 1 break or 2. Jamaica is better than Aruba in the breaks. So Jamaica might get 5 breaks and they might score 2 out of the 5. So that means you're already down 2. You're already down 2. You understand? So so you pretty football don't make any sense. They might score this free kick because it's from a dead position. It looks like a position that they can score from. So let's see. Get it on target. Yeah. I think they might score it because the keeper is in a wrong position. This is terrible from the keeper. If he just kicks it on target, it scores. Ooh. Yes. It's a terrible position from the keeper. Terrible
Yeah.
position from the keeper. And he scores it and he calls offside, right? Is it offside?
Yeah, they call offsides. So no goal on
Offside.
that. Yeah.
But
Bless
terrible
up woman.
positioning from the
Yeah.
keeper.
Hmm.
Wouldn't bless up yourself. Thanks for being a big boss. So that's why I can't. If they have to score 8 for me to say it's a good performance, because we knew that they could have passed the ball. We all knew that. And we all knew that we're going to create chances. But scoring is important. All right. So Canada just scored again, but they cancel it out. This is a break now. This has to be 3, and he kicks it away. Empty chance. Nobody around him. Number 8 again. With his garbage play. Garbage play that nobody marking him, empty, just keep the ball low. And again, another terrible finishing from one player. He got more chances in this game than Jamaica, the entire Jamaica team. Check it, Africans. He got more chances than the entire Jamaica team in the game against Aruba. Number 8. That makes no sense.
Finishing boots have not been our strong suit here, but hey, we're winning. It's 3 points. The sky is blue. The wind is
Whipping
blowing.
cross. And again, the misses continue.
It's just
What happened there? The one at the first post hit the ball over the one at the second and third inside the goal.
just couldn't get to it. Yeah, finishing is to say it's not our strong suit is a bit strong. We
so people, I want you to see this. No, it would have been 100% goal. So you know what Canada did? They said, "All right, then let me show you that we know maths very well. The first player touches the ball." So that means the next 2 players that have 100% chance of scoring can't score anymore. I forgot this has to be some of the greatest way not to score goals. I don't know how you invent these things. All right, but they're looking more feisty. They're looking more feisty, like they have an attitude.
These misses since Ghana trying to qualify for AFCON. I haven't seen misses like that since this.
Oh God! Don't shoot, please. Don't shoot. Yes. Number 2. Kick it now. Kick it now. Oh, referee. That's a card again. Give him the second card. Yeah, Mr. Dre, they need more goals. They need way more goals for me to say that they are impressive at all. Yeah, that's a card. That's a second yellow. But number 2, can you not shoot the ball? You don't have any confidence. A free kick from the identical position that they got a shot from. The keeper is going to go over one side. Don't kick it on him this time. Just get it to the next post. Because once you get it to the next post, it's going to be 100% goal. So just, and the wall, okay, the wall looks a little bit better now, but the wall is far back. Don't kick it. Don't give it to the man on the top. Kick it to the goal. Oh, he gives it man to, and knowing Canada, and next way to miss the next chance. Kick the ball. You have the chance to get the ball on target. Go for the goal. They decide that they're gonna play it on the top, and then knowing that they can't finish. You know? Jesus Christ.
The prettiest game with nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
they are playing the game. They want the bounce 2-2. They want the 2-2 draw. but no, like it's just a tough game for them. They've just not been able to finish, and they've not been able to finish all tournament around.
Canada may find it easier against us than Aruba. It depends. Yeah, but I did explain that one earlier. I said Jamaica will have more responsibility to make it a game. And once you make it a game, their technical ability will get them in behind the back line easier with one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But here you can't get any one-on-one with the goalkeeper, so your timing between striking might be a little bit more limited. I tried to explain that the whole time, but Orlando was beating me. Canada beats 1, beats 2, beats 3. Still can't find a pass. He's going to put it over the top. Perfect position, but poor finish, and they're going to give a free kick there. How much shots it at now, Africans? Around, what, 25 now? Or 30.
Uh, 24 shots so far, 5 on
24.
target.
Okay, so they have 3 on target more. All right, not bad. And that's part of the game. So they have up the shots and up the on target. So that's a little bit better. A break here coming for Canada. This should be a goal now. Square pass it to the number 10. Oh, God, the man can't pass it. Give the number 10. Give the man the ball, man. No, you have a one-on-one chance to give him the ball. And you can't give the guy the ball. So he can pass football. You know what? Ireland might be true. It's the pressure. It's the pressure. Because there is no way you can pass 100 good ball that you can't give the man the ball now.
Maybe it's the pressure. Maybe it's the sunlight. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. But right now, it's just showing that they're just this. Maybe the lights are just too bright for them. Who knows?
Yes, so Jamaica, you can use the lights against the Canadians, you know. All right, the next break here coming for Canada. Beats 1, beats 2. And now it's number 15. Just get it across, number 15. Please don't take on anybody else. We have seen enough dribbles from you. That's a free kick, but referee says continue. Canada, he's going to take a long shot, and it goes wide. Poor shot as well. Poor shot as well. All right, so what we're gonna do, people, we're gonna do a watch party for the next game. All right, so we can just watch it. We're just because of youth football, so we're just watching some game, you know.
Gaz looking coherent today. I am backing Brown against a Canadian captain, Stephen Kapoor. It'll be a good matchup, but I think Brown will win 6 out of 10 matchups if you put him in a foot race. But I don't know if they. Both sides haven't had to defend proper in their half.
Another miss. Another miss from number 9. Another miss from number 9.
Yeah.
Another miss from number 9. Edgar Davids, John Rock. I call him the Edgar Davids of Aruba. You know, the glasses guy. Yes, Edgar Davids. You know, came to the region to dominate. He looks like a solid player. You know. Oh, over the top of next bounce. 1-on-1 with the keeper. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, Edgar. Oh my God. They got the opportunity to make it 2-2. I thought it was offside, but almost people out of nothing. And they got an opportunity to make it 2-2. Jesus Christ.
It out.
We're not making it out.
We're not making it out.
Almost. Who said it? Who said it might be 2-2? Oh my
God. Boss Thomas said 2-2. We're not making it out.
Boss Thomas, you might be right. 54 misses for Canada and 1 chance Aruba. I make it 2-2. Sadly, Aruba, that was the last chance to make it 2-2. I'm very sorry. Because you get 1 chance at 60 minutes, and you get 1 at the 60th. You're not getting the next chance in the damn game. That should have scored Edgar Davids. You just IP up here, he didn't finish the chance. Sure. Edgar Davids, let you down, blood. Over the top here for Canada. Canada gets inside. Number 9. Referee's going to give a handball. Handball, yes. That same Canadian keeper
should just let it go in. For you, boss? No, not for you. No.
The Jamaican coach confidence must be growing by the second. Okay. I guess the only way you can play football is to keep the ball long. So I guess you're trying to disrespect Jamaica, saying that we can't play any other football, you know? Our interception here. Aruba. And now Aruba gets stretched, and that's a problem now. Aruba has a lot of bodies forward, and then Canada slow the play down because Canada has to be the unity country to make sure the next team feel comfortable. So you know what Canada did? He said, okay, Aruba, you have a lot of bodies up there. No, get them back. You know? Get them back. Whipping cross here from number 2. Finally, he did something. And number 9 gets a soft shot on target.
Does that count?
And a long ball again.
I refuse to count that as target. No. No, I refuse to count that as on target.
So hold on, Lee Young said Jamaica beating Canada because they struggle about the long ball over the top. This is the first time, everybody all right with the long ball, because they said a World Cup, World Cup, everybody's struggling with the long ball. It's World Cup blood. All right. Well, I guess I am going to have to give in to the long ball. You understand? Long strike here. The strike is blocked. Aruba clears it. Edgar Davids fighting number 5, feeling very confident that he can take number 5, but number 5 won the battle here. Poor touch there from, and this could open up something for the Canadians. Number 15 whipping it early, wonderful cross, and it turns into a world-class goal. Oh God, Africans.
I'm taking it. I don't care at this point. I'm taking it. I am taking it. Wow. I don't care. I don't
think he knew what to. Oh my God! He never meant that. That little wild overhype player never meant nothing like that.
I am taking it.
People, let me know in the chat. He's crossing that. He's crossing that 1,000%. We're not giving him no credit.
No, he's getting all the credit. Look at the touch. Look at the spin.
If the cross did bend back, it would have been a world cross, because I thought the cross was looking good. So I'm saying world cross, but it ended in the back of the net.
I am taking it. Okay, I've seen too many misses today. I don't care if that was an accident. I don't care if it bounced off 3 players and a shin. I am taking it.
Yes, he never meant that, people. An accident goal from the overhype U15, number 15, that dribbles, and dribbles.
Overhype. I'm sorry, JD. I didn't hear you say world class.
But you told me that he's a star.
No.
You told me that he was a star. You told me that let him dribble. He's a star. So you adapt. Make a decision.
I told you after the 89th chance, he'd give you something. And here we are. He gave me something.
Yeah, he gave us 2 something, because remember, he was the one crossed the ball for the first goal as well. Remember? So he gave us 2 crosses in 75 attempts.
Conversion rate is up. We're here, JD.
35%.
We're back on the World Cup stage, baby. We're back on the stage.
Yes, Wunun, I never meant it. The goal, a world-class goal, a world-class accident. That's what I meant, Wunun. Whipping cross early here, clearance here, Aruba. So it's 3-1. So they got their 3 goals. I expect 3 more goals to come. And I'm not letting out. I'm going to beat them bad even at 6-1. I'm beating them. JD, why are you making trouble? I am not disrespecting Jamaica. I am suggesting. Oh, God. Finally, a whipping cross. This is the best goal scored so far. Number 4. So the 6 is on, but I need 8. If I don't get 8, I am not celebrating. I am not. Yes. So 4-1 now. Yeah.
Taking it.
It's world class baller. It's world class baller cross again.
Did I not say the floodgates would open? Did I not say?
His conversion rate finally gone up to around 7%.
Conversion rate here.
People, his conversion rate gone to 7%. No blood. Oh God.
Liam Torres.
That is bad. That is bad. Because his conversion rate going up to the Jamaica game. Oh God. Yeah. No, he's a liar. If he says he meant that goal, that boy is a liar, because that man trying to cross a ball 1-1 for 2 games now. And I can tell you, he dribbled past 1 million people and not one good delivery in the whole damn game. So him can tell me that he meant that.
Excuse me, JD, excuse me. That's 2 good deliveries for you, sir.
Yeah,
not 1, 2.
3.
Put some respect.
He has 1 goal and 2 good deliveries in it. Yeah, so it's 3. He's a hat trick. Oh God. All right, big boss. All right, you know what? Let me not beat him so bad, because everything came from his back. So let me not beat
here. JD,
so 4-1.
So many mistakes.
Canada looking much better than their previous toothless self. Jamaica will beat Canada. The big guy for Jamaica will use his size at this level to dominate. Well, I am not 100% certain still. I will have to wait to see that happen. I would have to see to believe it. Because I never saw the big guy dominate any team, you know? So I'm still learning him. I don't know him. So I will have to wait and see. Because he never dominated in the Aruba game. So I don't know what maybe you saw still.
Nico
All right.
Wood.
Oh, referee. That's a free kick. That's a free kick. He give a goal kick for that? No, that's a bad call. But one thing we'll do, no, Omar, we are going to be watching the match, and don't bet any money that he's going to dominate, though, Let we watch him, and then after the game finishes, then we can analyze who looks good, and maybe that person can go up to the next level. But let we watch first. All right, so a clearance here, Aruba, 70 minutes on the clock. All right, Canada broke through again. A wonderful stop, good defending here from Aruba. Aruba have 2 shots and Canada have 31 with 70 minutes left and 70 minutes played. God damn. How much shots on target now? Around 8?
8 shots on target. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so 8 is a big improvement from the last game. They had 8 in the last game as well. But this is a higher level than the previous game. So square pass here. Square pass. He's getting better, Africans. He's getting better.
He just wanted the confidence. He just wanted the confidence, JD.
Oh.
I'm slowly becoming. I'm slowly drinking in the hype juice right now. Slowly. Did he though? I didn't think Nolan was particularly.
Lee Young. That's not true. That's not true. I think number 8 missed more chances against this team than Jamaica had more shots in the entire game. And remember, we only have to value this game against the 2 teams, to be honest. We said that at the start because this is the higher level team.
Also, I'm really not going to be. I'm not going to be that person, but I'm just going to say, y'all did that against their backup goalkeeper. You guys did that against the backup.
Calculate.
The goalkeeper went out in the 6th minute, and then you guys scored 11 more on him. So I don't want to be that person, but like, you didn't do it. But like, goals are goals. I don't care at this point. But if we're gonna play the game of petty, we shall be.
All right, so 72 minutes. Aruba kind of dropped their necks, giving Canada the way out to almost dropped in the back of the net. Well, we will be watching again. That's the only good thing. I think both teams winning give me a little hype to come out for the game. So at least Jamaica dragged me out of my house or on my camera for the game. So that is already some improvements. If they make it to the World Cup now, that would be great, because Canada would be the favorites. Even still going into this game, Canada is still the favorites. Based on how they were ranking them from day one. Number 5 is down. He's having a rough night today. So it's good. It's good that Jamaica can get it to this point because that's what we expected, and they gave us what we expected. So we have to give them some respect. The fact that they still get it here. We saw other Jamaican team that fold under the pressure. So the fact that they got it here, we give them some credit. And if they can get it over Canada, that would be great as well. I just want a good game, and to be honest, I just want a good game from them. Number 4 coming on, Africans.
Yeah.
Listen, Cayman would have gotten 20 even if the keeper was there. But they never got 20 when the backup keeper was there.
I'm not going to play. Look,
Warrior.
I could go. Okay, Zabel in for Stephen Kapoor, save him for tomorrow or for Wednesday. Great, but like again, we're not. If we're gonna play petty, we can play petty, but I won't play petty. But
Remember, they are the CONCACAF champions. U15 champions. Who are the CONCACAF U15 champions? Leon. Why we don't stop telling lies? I did. You see, I told you, Jason, you remember I told you that CONCACAF shouldn't have put that stunt in. I've given League B a actual trophy. Jamaica is which CONCACAF champions, brother? Why you don't stop that lie, blood? It was one champion, and it was only one champion. Stop, all right? CONCACAF gave awards out for both, because you have two groups, so people don't listen to it. Leon, nothing goes like that. You had two groups, League B, which is the poor youth 15s. Yeah, Jamaica was in that batch of poor teams. And you have League A. Jamaica won the batch of poor teams. And the actual U15s champions was Mexico, that batters the United States in the finals. So the story that Lee Young telling you, nothing don't go like that. They gave you a award for winning the lower tier competition, but it was not the champions. We look at the CONCACAF, the champions were Mexico. They never put Jamaica and said Jamaica champions. So I don't know how CONCACAF does these things. And no, Lee Young just saying this like he's acting like Mexico never played, you know. Africans. So it's a lucky thing I'm here to tell people the truth, you know. Jesus Christ. And I said to Jason live, better people will come and say Jamaica was a champion. Yo, before the game. you saw that before the game. The man come and said Jamaica was the champion. Jesus God, this is... I bet he never knew that Mexico played. Africans, he never knew that Mexico played in the competition. In the actual A competition. Yo, this is a world-class line. JD, what do you think about the CONCACAF Club Championship change to league format? So all teams play. I would love that.
I would
I think
love
that should
that.
have happened a long time. That should have happened a long time. I would love that, Big Gus. That's a good idea. So
Because
no one telling that what I'm saying is correct, because nobody, like, they're just gonna make Lee Young pass that lie that Jamaica was the champions of U15.
no, but the league format, I think, is something they should. I said this like when I was talking about games coming up in one of the videos. I think they really do miss and the CONCACAF Champions League. They really do miss like the leagues format, or like the qualification leagues format, where teams have to go. I know that's where you saw Waterhouse get 6-1 by Pacific, and all the things. But I think that helps teams.
6-1 or 6-0? They what else did score?
No, did they or didn't they? I thought
You
they
said
scored
6-1.
one.
I think it was 6-0.
Oh, okay.
They scored one.
Regardless,
When they scored that? I'm here to correct, I'm here to make sure that isn't.
allegedly, this is why you're in the space to correct things. But no, like I think that would work best, because I think that helps, because I don't necessarily like how it's distributed, right? And I know for me, the Canadian, it's like, yeah, we got, because of how things work, we'll get 4 teams in, one from MLS and then the rest from the league. But qualification makes teams actually have to prepare for it and then
Okay,
actually
6-0.
build teams for it. Yeah.
Whipping cross World Cup, world class. What a miss! That's not a save. That's a next miss in the goal. All
It's a
right.
shot
So
on
yes,
target.
I did. That is why your presence in the space is needed. Okay, yeah, okay. But someone need to tell him that he's lying. Jamaica was not no champion of nothing at all. It was Mexico the champion, and we need to give people their credit and stop making up stories. All right.
No, true.
Yes.
Speaking of new formats, have you seen the new World Cup qualifying format, JD,
For what?
for CONCACAF?
Men, big human being.
Yeah, for men.
So they're gonna change it again.
Yeah, yeah, because it's interesting. It's good and bad.
Poor back pass here. Poor back pass here for Canada. You're gonna call a foul on that? That's not a foul. He kicks the ball and the ball hit him in his face.
Yeah.
Four groups, top two each group. That's the new format?
No, let me
Oh,
find.
oh, that's for the thingy.
Yeah, but he's saying for that. But let me find the actual article for it here.
Oh my God, PSG beating the Bricks of Marseille 5-0. Oh my God. Let me
So
see.
because remember, with starting this year, the September window is now 4 games, right? So what it is, they're going okay. Forget League One's
All right, good
thing.
strength here for Canada. That is much better.
Yep,
Okay, nice defending here. Aruba
perfect.
with bad pass because Canada will take it back from you and start a counter. All right, Canada might score here
They better score here.
as yeah. Well, he gave up all the space. He's gonna. Why you go for the shot there when you just need to play the square pass? All right, now you get the opportunity. Just play it to the number 17. Number 17, make life easy. Just put it inside. Oh God, he decides he's gonna idle on the ball and got taken out. Yeah. Checking big of yourself. Okay, U17s. Lands in the
Okay.
building. All right, people, make sure to hit the like button because one thing we talk the football. Sometimes it might not go to the country's favor or your next country or whatever. But we just here for
Yeah.
the truth and chop up things. Yeah. But I am
Lord,
going to be doing the final game. I don't know if Africans might want to do it here because he did too. So if that's the case, I would have to stream it on my channel. But I had my setup and everything. But
I,
if we
are
have to
you,
do the party, we do the party. No problem.
JD, are you sure you want me on your channel? According to some people, whenever I'm on your channel, Jamaica loses always. So are you sure you want me on the
Okay, no,
channel?
but that's unfair. That's unfair because I came over here every time, and support
I'm
me.
just repeating what
So
people say.
that's a,
I'm
that's
just
just
repeating what
Claudine.
people say.
Claudine just 89. Claudine 89,
I
and a few of
respect
that
the
are Jamaican time.
consistency. I
Yeah,
respect the consistency, you know?
yeah,
Okay.
Claudine just 89 for no
So
reason.
as this is going on, I'm just gonna read Jade, I'm gonna read I'll send you the link, but I'll read you the format for World Cup qualifying. Right. So round one, direct elimination, 22 teams, 11 pairings, highest ranked facing the lowest, and that's gonna be between teams ranked 14 to 35 in the FIFA rankings. Home and away aggregate, winner of that moves on. So you have 11 teams moving on. And then from there, round two, it's going to be the second half of the window, and that'll start in 2027. So not this coming year, but the next year. So the next one, 24 teams will be divided into 6 groups of 4, like Warrior said, and then each team facing the
Put
team
the ball
once
in
home and away.
instant.
Okay. Oh, you're slightly ahead of me there. Cool, cool, cool.
Jesus Christ! And the man still be missing ball inside the goal. I don't. This is the greatest misses inside the goal I've ever seen in my life.
We 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 live to perform, Lord Megatron. Good turn.
All right,
I'm
so the
looking.
square pass, poor pass there, poor decision. Don't fire the ball from that distance. You ain't scoring from 6 yards. You think you're gonna score from 50 yards?
You might as well try. You might as well try.
83 minutes, 4-0, and they got two big chances just a while ago, and around four in the last 4 minutes, and all of them some remarkable misses.
Yep.
They're up to 40 shots as it,
Oh, they better be.
and
Oh no, no,
and they
33 shots.
33. It's gonna be updated. The last two will update. All right, inside
Respect.
they have broken inside, whip it across, keeper saves it, and it goes straight. uh, yeah, keeper
We're
saves
not.
it. Um, Only if you cover your ball head, you're not allowed. Okay.
Okay, we have 10. We have double digit shots on target. This is a win for me. This is like 10 goals for me.
Oh,
So if you add that,
improving.
that's like 14 goals. So like it feels good. This is all I have. This is all I have, JD.
But, that's 14 goals. Oh God.
10 shots on target. That's like
Well,
14 goals right there.
yeah. So all right, then Canada need four more shots on target to make up the numbers. How much
Allegedly.
shot Jamaica had on target?
18.
Around 19,
18.
18,
Yeah,
18.
18. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just match the shots on target, and you could say that it was a bad day of finishing.
That's the story of their entire tournament. It's just been a bad day of finishing. 85th minute. Still going. Okay, but all right. Final round is only 12 teams. So I was for next World Cup, the final round is only 12 teams, two group winners and the runners up. The group winners and the runners up will go to the World Cup, and then the best two third place finishers will advance to the new play in. So CONCACAF gets 6 teams then. Cool. Coolie McCool.
So the next main World Cup, you said that
Yes, the next main
we're
World
not
Cup.
going to have. Okay. And that will have United States in it and everybody.
I think what they'll end up
Oh,
doing
hey,
is
Davids got away. Okay. Oh,
Mickey.
Almost Edgar Davids. Good turn here, Canada. Took a while to get it to Ronaldinho, 15. He puts it in early. That's a good pass early and should be a tap in. But knowing Canada, it's not going to score. Yes, exactly. And it did not score. Two next big misses again. So, knowing Canada, they need no keeper to be in the goal to score, So,
No, JD, no, because even with the keeper out, they still missed it 25 times. The
yeah,
keeper didn't hit. The keeper never stopped them.
knowing, but that's a good cross from
No,
Superstar.
definitely a better second half from them here. If we're all joking
Yes.
aside, definitely a better second half. Does it make me feel more encouraged against Jamaica?
No, it's a terrible. Yes, I think Jamaica have the advantage going in, knowing that they can score goals. It doesn't matter how much thousand passes Canada plays. Yeah, Jamaica still feel like they can go long and just avoid playing football and just go big long. And next break here coming for Canada. Over it pass here. Okay. Overlapping run. Put it on top. It's like every right option, they just choose the bad one. Just play it back on top because it's empty. And he decides that he's going to go to the far post. Never needed to kick it so far. So 87 minutes, 4-1. I think I'm not going to get my 6-0. I might get 5-1. But yeah.
Probably 5 is the best we'll get. But yeah, so 5-1 is or 4-1 is the score as it stands. Right now, for those of you watching, goals in the 15th, 22nd, 46th, 65th, and 68th minutes, all respectfully. Canada, Aruba, Canada, Canada, Canada. Cards in the game for Canada, just Stephen Kapoor with a double yellow with Shea Bergtop. And then Tyrone Bozeman got another one for Aruba. Substitutions were Liam Torres in the second half for the Hambo Coco, who scored immediately. Silas came on for Rafferty Budd.
Whipping cross. Give you a good cross, number 17. Not a bad cross, but too short. As in height.
Yep.
You go ahead, African. Sorry about that.
No problem. And then Nico Wood came on for Rafael Pascal, and then Diego Delgado
World
came in for
class 15.
Came in and then
squaring up, beats one, beats everybody to the empty.
Give me a minute. I'm just.
Oh my God. People, the misses get worse. good cross there from world class Dino. Beats him and puts it in.
If
and
anything, JD. If anything,
Jesus
all joking
Christ.
involved, if anything, this has been a clinic on crosses. It's been a clinic of great
Yeah, number
crosses.
15 is good. He's good. He's good. He's good. All right, let me give him
It's
some
been
credit. He's good.
a clinic of
This is a
great
much better
crosses
game from him.
and
Oh
no
my, a
finishes.
clinic of terrible misses. All right, a break here coming again for Canada. Good defending. The Aruba. I don't think Canada look that good. Well, we have to do it relatively, because we never said it's based on it's based on Costa Rica, but based on Jamaica, I think Canada looks very good. Um, I think Canada look better than Jamaica by a good distance, in my opinion. But as we know, Jamaica don't play this level of football. Jamaica plays a different version of football that completely take away all metrics from football. So that can be effective. But if you look at both of them creating in alters, I think Canada looks superior to Jamaica. You understand me? Yes, yes, yes. Your warrior. Even with this, I think they look superior to. So when I'm going to rate them against Costa Rica, no, they don't look good. I think Costa Rica, United States, Mexico looks like way better team than all of these other teams.
And
A
I even and
million
like you said,
miles better.
yeah, and like you said earlier, Puerto Rico, I think, is rating better than any side
Yeah,
in this.
Puerto Rico look
I
at they
think,
stepped up. Puerto Rico look at they
yeah,
stepped up as well. The only thing
Warrior.
Canada had a better crosses. No, warrior, no. Better passes, better zonal spatial awareness, better every damn thing in football. I think Canada have every damn thing in football, except just put the ball in the back of net, warrior. If you watch Jamaica team and you tell me that you're more impressed with Jamaica team, boy, that means you don't like football at all. You know? I just like that they fight to they bully the thugs them from Cayman. I like that they bully the thugs them. That's all. But the passing, the movements, just the overall, I never really liked it as a football game. Yeah, because I think that if they had more control, could have been 26 like Costa Rica, That's the level of dominance it could have been, but they never had that ability to take it to a different level. So I think
Mhm.
that every other team that has more passing in them will always give them more problems. That's what I'm talking about. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, yeah, I think there's plenty of teams, and again, I think this matchup, based off what we've seen of both sides,
Strike it, number two.
do it.
Number two, never strike it. Number two decides that he's not firing in the ball. He's going to try and get it. All right, Edgar Davids, let's see what you can pull off. Edgar Davids flick on, but he has no other player. Yes,
No,
yes. I
yeah.
think that anybody watch these two games and think that Jamaica are better at football than Canada, that means you have been one of the lightest human being to yourself. But one thing I know, I think Jamaica will come out and fight, and they have a good striker, vocal point. They're gonna go longer. They're gonna go longer. That's what I expect. And Canada proved that they can have problems when they go longer. Canada inside the box again. Good defending Aruba. Clearance again, Aruba again. So I think it might finish 4-1. Can't forget Panama. Panama doesn't look as good as the other teams. Panama okay. Panama have good development in them, man. Panama spend a lot of money on development as well. Canada's shape is a mess, in my opinion. They leave a lot of space for us to run into. Well, that's what I'm saying, But let's see if the problem, you just said they leave a lot of space, but you have to okay, they got the fifth. Okay, so you got the five. Number 8 finally score a goal. That's the worst performance of a human being ever. He gets a
I,
goal.
I, I, I won't be that harsh, but he had chance after chance. I shan't
Yes.
be that harsh, but he had chance after chance. But hey, off an assist, off a nice cross from whom? From whom the conversion rate, JD, is here? The
Yes, yes.
conversion rate.
He works himself back into the game, so I have to give him credit. But our phone, I just want to see how they get the ball and how they work the ball to get into those running behinds, because the running behind is the problem. You only have to have the ball you have to can get the ball and then try to run in behind. Are we going to just kick the ball from an 18-yard to run in behind?
But I
I
think that
don't
problem,
know.
but that
That's my
problem is
problem. Oh, we're
present
going
for
to do it.
both sides. Both sides have that issue, in my opinion. I think Jamaica goes two up on this, and I also think that what's it called? That Canada has that issue as well. That's why I think this is the type of game that's going to be. I think it's a lot more even than in recent years, and I think truthfully that
Yes, yes.
it's based on if you're going by how who's creating more, you say Canada. If you're going by who's finishing more, you say Jamaica. But I don't think either of these teams are necessarily good defensively because they haven't had to defend. And the moments they've had to defend, it's been Jamaica leaves too much space, and Canada have given up counter opportunities. So I think this is a lot closer. But
So who you think will create more chance more on the day? I think that Canada have the ability to create more chances.
I
I am not
that I
sure
agree
about
with
the
you. Yeah,
conversion. I'm not sure about the conversion. I am I, I am just struggling to see how Jamaica will get those isolation pockets. That's my problem. How
yeah.
Jamaica gets the isolation pockets them to create what they want because
Mhm.
it's not by passing football they create the chances. You understand?
Yeah.
So
And
that's my problem. I'm struggling to figure that.
and that's fair. Like that is fair. I think if you're going by chance creation, I think Canada, I think they will create better chances. They've also proven in the last two games. Again, if you want to be the most pessimistic slash realist, they are everything but the finish so far. If you want to be the most optimistic, you're saying they're so close, eventually they're all going to show up, right? So maybe this is the most typical Canada thing to happen where they don't look too good in the games before, and then they get to the big game that matters. And next thing you know, it's they're finishing everything right. All of a sudden, Eloy Brenton, every header he's putting on is goal, 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 and then you're going. But if you have to judge them based on what they've
Uh,
done, I think right now Canada is creating better, but Jamaica is finishing
yes.
better. And Jamaica again is in the driver's seat. They and that is actually the more interesting thing for me. I don't know if you're Jamaica if you want to sit back and
Want to
defend.
be in the driving, yeah, because I think that is the problem. I think maybe the underdog position would have suited Jamaica a little bit better, but I would take the one that if you get a draw, it's better. I think so. I think
Yeah,
so. I would still take it. I understand what you're saying, but I would still take it because I am not certain. I heard Unun saying about the space that Canada gives. I think the only reason why they have space is solely based on them dominating the play. You understand me? So
yeah,
I am not 100% certain if Jamaica is going to get that space and Canada. That's my
mhm,
whole point, because I think the scoreline today might flatter a lot of people, but I'm not sure if Jamaica will get all them space here. I think it's just the
yeah,
big guy will have to do something miraculous because they're going to lose every ball in midfield. Because remember, against Aruba, people against Aruba, Jamaica never had they couldn't get the ball. Every time Aruba pressed them, they gave it back to Aruba. Canada is a million times better than Aruba. So I
mhm,
think the possession will go to Canada, creativity will go to Canada, but obviously we saw that Edgar Davids caused the backline a lot of problems. But remember, this is today when they are not showing so much respect to Aruba. I think they're going to show the big guy more respect and leaving two or so in between and work the midfield. I think they're going to not be off pitch, like off court against
mhm,
Jamaica. I think they're going to be much more on their defensive third. So that space in behind won't exist anymore. And that
mhm.
that will leave Jamaica in a bad position after create something. You understand me? I think it's
Yeah.
going to be different. They're going to have a different setup. They're going to have a much different setup. It's going to be a tough game. Tough game for
It,
both teams.
it will be definitely, and I think at different stretches, it'll be two sides that will have to actually show they can defend because that's the. And I think both do offer challenges defending in their defensive zone, but at the end of the day, and that's where I think it's up in the air. I think if it's by chance, like we said, and I'm going to keep on going on this for today, based off of what they created, Canada, I think I like their chances, and I think eventually you can't go 3 games and be that poor finishing, right? That's the most optimistic Canadian perspective I can give you. The more realistic one is they'll get chances. Can they convert? Because Jamaica converted their chances, right? The second goal against Aruba, I've joked with some people. It's the most Jamaica finish that you'll see. It's the ball's turned
Yeah,
over
that one.
35 yards
Yeah, that
to
shots.
12 yards. We don't care. Bust the nets. and then it's the goal. They're going to put those on frame, period. And so if
All
I'm
right.
Jamaica,
So
it's like I think it's going to be a good game regardless. I don't see it being lopsided. I think it'll be a nice game, but if it's chance creation, I trust Canada to do that. But goals, they haven't been there, so I think that's where it's a toss up in terms of who you think will go on with it on Wednesday.
all right. So for me, people, I'm going to watch the games and I will have much more clarity as to who I know will win because, as you know, I'm the prediction god. You understand me? Yes.
All
And
right.
people try to fight me a lot. Jason Goon and his Cumberlos, but I am still out here riding dirty on the predictions. No Diddy. All right. Yes.
Don't be petty like this. But okay,
Yeah.
but let's just go through some of the stats so that we can kind of wrap this up here.
Yeah, man.
Um,
This stats was ridiculous in the end.
it,
They hit like 40 plus shots, right?
yeah, it was 40 shots was what they had
Yes.
overall,
So they
and
doubled what Jamaica did against them, and almost doubled the goal as well. Double the possession and everything. They dominated the game, man.
no
But
doubt.
obviously, people,
We'll have sauce, but
yes,
overall, the game ends 5-1 for Canada. 40 shots for Canada, 12 on target. I don't think a stat summarizes the game at all.
31 shots
More
in the
than that.
box.
Oh yeah,
The
31
31
shots in the
shots in the
box.
box.
Yep.
They describe the game. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I think that describes Canada's finishing when it comes to that. Shots on target 12. That. There you have it there. Player stats, interestingly enough, just because we want to go through some of those. Uh
Numbers 15 need to get his credit. I'm going to give him his flowers.
yeah.
I thought that he was a dribbler. You
Mhm.
know?
But Canada with a lot of Liam Torres with 7 shots in one half. That's not bad. Eloy Brenton, that's number 8. If he gets a few of those more on target, I think you look a little bit better there.
Yes, he should have had
Uh,
9 goals at least in this game.
right? Quentin Belfon finally gets his goal and his shots inside and outside. Again, the conversion rate is there. Um, and we'll kind of see
Yeah,
for what
bad.
they're able to do. But yeah, matchup comes up on Wednesday. There's no yellow cards to worry about. Steph only have the one yellow card in this game, so
Yes.
there's no
No.
missing.
Both teams clean. Both
Yeah,
teams
both teams
clean,
are
I
pretty
think,
clean,
right?
so no
Yeah.
one's missing the game in terms of that.
So no excuses. We need to see a good
Yeah,
match.
agreed. And Canada played a 4-2-3-1 in that. So I think, yeah, ultimately it'll come down to that matchup. If we look at what the standings are officially for Group G, you have Jamaica up by 8 goals on Canada. So if it ends in a draw, Jamaica goes through.
Yes. So Jamaica have
The
two
only
options.
Yep, Jamaica has just Jamaica can't lose.
Not to
Canada has
lose.
to win. Yes,
Yes,
and so
Canada must win Jamaica not to lose, but
yep,
don't go in trying to not lose the game because that might not lose the game. Going to try win the game,
yep.
because you might be playing for the draw, and once Canada scores, I don't see Jamaica scoring back or winning the game because now the counters will be opening up, and I
Mhm.
think the reason why Canada can't score, they need more space to get in behind, and that's your problem. So once you have to come out, it makes Canada way more dangerous because they're technically good to get in behind you 100%. That is where I don't give it. I maybe don't pay attention to. They get in behind more than anybody else. Good
Mhm.
enough, like
No, yeah.
in control, just can't finish because they don't have the additional space. But if they should score on Jamaica and go 1-0 up, I can see it go bad very easily if Jamaica don't time it properly. So Jamaica should not play for a draw because they can score,
Mhm.
and once they score, Jamaica pretty much don't have any chance back in the game of winning. You understand?
I
And you have
understand.
to come out now.
Yeah. Mhm. So
Yeah,
for
so you have
you,
to be very careful.
yeah. So for you, just it's Sunday. The game's not till Wednesday. But for you, is it
Go
more
for a
like
win.
you're? Yeah, of course. You want both teams go for the win. But do you think a low scoring game helps Jamaica, or a higher scoring game helps Jamaica?
No, no, man. I just score as much you can. But I no, I actually think A lower scoring game helps Jamaica, but don't come with the attitude of trying to slow the game down and them stuff. Just try to play
Yeah.
football. Try to hold your thirds of the pitches. Don't just kick the ball back away and give it back to them to create again. You understand me? And saying that you're playing for a defense. I think you're going home if you play for a defense, because once they score, they look like a better team and not close. Look like a far better team of creativity, shape, and everything. I know that Bunun said their shape is not all that. The problem is their shape is still the best in the actual group. They are going in with almost every better stats aside from scoring the actual goal. You understand me? But
Mhm.
remember, that was against teams that tried to sit back, because Aruba never sat back against Jamaica. Aruba actually plays out against Jamaica. But in this game, they just put Edgar Davids up front and try to kick it away. So that tells you the superior team of suffocating teams Canada is. You understand me? Because Aruba never tried to do what they did against Jamaica. They played through Jamaica, played through Jamaica. You understand me? So what you need to do, work on the midfield, because that's the place. And I wasn't impressed with Jamaica. The midfield need to be more assertive, need to come out and look like they're happy to be there. They're hiding. The defense from Jamaica is solid. They kick the ball long, and the forward look like they're up for it. But the midfield always look like they're hiding from actually combating there. So I want to see the midfield fight against Canada. Without the midfield, they can't win the game. They have to come out and fight Canada in midfield. Try to break up those plays. The strength for Jamaica is the big, strong guy up front. And to be honest, their centre back pairing, it looks solid as well. The midfield, I don't think the midfield show me anything. I think the midfield need to show me something, because they have to break up that play in midfield, or else Canada will advance on them. So that's the strength for Jamaica. The big striker, try to get it to him so he can hold the play to advance others up the pitch. So for me, I would start with a much more five in midfield, so I can have the numbers in midfield. I wouldn't start with any wingers. I wouldn't start with any wingers. I would start with three, a much more narrow formation, a much more narrow one, with like a diamond, in which I use three close midfielders. So two defensive centrals, one central midfielder, and two attacking midfielder. So that's the five, just compact it. So if they go wide and play wingers, I think it's going to be bad for them as well. Don't use any wingers. I know that your IFOC player is a winger, but don't use it. Use more narrow system so you can keep more of the ball, because the players are not too close, Africans, and they are not good
Mhm.
at passing. So that is just giving Canada the edge if you stretch the pitch out.
Mhm. And I think for me that's fair. I think if you're Canada, if you're being most optimistic, it's again same thing with the midfield. Like we may have looked at Eloy Brenton with all his missed chances, but that's a midfielder getting into attacking spaces and creating some havoc, just not unable to finish. His late arriving runs were important. They just didn't convert. And so that midfield battle, like you said, I think that's the key thing for them. The other thing I would say is for Canada, you got to feed Van Parker a little bit more. Van is creating goals when the ball gets near him, creating chances. And so if they try to get into a more of a standpoint of just feed that 10, go from there. Maybe they go with two strikers in their game here versus one, and then give them two target men, give some of the hold up, give some of the run behind. That could be an option for them. But I think for them, if you're trying to build off of what you did today, keep knocking on that stone. Eventually, it'll break. But the chances, the one concern I have is the chance creation is there, the chance conversion isn't. And so this feels right now, 2 games in, like a team that is doing everything but score. And against a team that has done nothing but score, I feel like I like the team that has shown me they can score goals versus the team that has created a lot of chances. I'm still going to back Canada, don't get me wrong. But looking at their performances, you want them to convert. And maybe they do the Canada thing where they look a little bit unfinishing. And then once they get there, they start finishing. Maybe Jamaica is the perfect team for it. But like we said earlier, I don't think any of these teams are good defensively And not because I think that they're bad, we've just not seen them defend. And so I think right now, if any team gets too much possession, I wonder who would want to take the ball, like who would want to take the game by the collar and really dominate it that way. Because if Canada decides to do that, and then Jamaica says we'll take our chances with the counter, I think that's the same mistake they made last year, and I think that puts them in a position
Yeah,
where they're done.
I don't want to see no counter and no foolishness, because what will happen? Jamaica will end up with a red card, because that new U15, that number 15, will destroy the whole of Jamaica backline. Because even though I don't rate him, because he needs 75 chances, I know put him up against any one of them, he's going to destroy them. He's very skilled. And if you keep on giving up those options, I want them to come back in midfield, fight to get back the ball, do something with the ball, stop playing this football that you don't want the ball. I heard that your coach said we don't need midfielders, because Jamaica reinventing football now, because they are saying that they don't need midfielders, Africans. Midfielders is a part of football, And so,
You
we don't
bypass
need
the midfield.
midfielders.
You bypass it. Just bypass it. Just direct flights.
We need midfielders, blood. Don't listen to Mr. Speed. We need midfielders. That's not the way out to go with football. We need midfielders. So Nolan, all of the big ballers that we are here about, we need them to mid. We're not talking about the big striker. We need the midfielder to get the ball in the middle, do something to get it to the striker. We don't need one direction. We need more than one option, because Canada is bright enough to figure out that we only play football one way. That's the difference with big teams. They figure out that you can do that and stop that. So you have to have a mixture of things. So we need a midfielder to be a creator. We don't want no Mr. Speed football tomorrow. We need Monday.
Yeah,
we need midfielders. Midfielders are Wednesday. We need midfielders. So Nolan, you need to have your best game, or else Jamaica not having no chance. Because I know that you guys say the big guy is going to do this. If the big guy can't get the football, blood, he's not doing nothing at all on that field. How much games we have seen teams that took the ball away from Jamaica and gave Jamaica 10. We just saw United States just overload Jamaica in midfield, and we get 10 or 8. How much we got in that game? I don't even know. You understand me?
True. I will say, and I put this comment there, I think the battle between the center backs and the strikers on both sides, I think that's going to be very fascinating to watch, right? With Van Parker for Canada versus the two center backs for Jamaica, and then Brown for them versus Stephen Kapoor and friends. I think that'll be a fun one, and I'll wonder how each side wants to go after it, because I think both would be better right now. I think both would be better on their feet with the ball, and you've seen them score more. I know Brown had the header goal today, but if you want to just go, keeping the ball on the ground has been so much more effective for these sides. And I wonder if who buckles and says, look, we have a striker that we just want to feed, and let's go feed. And I know I said that about Canada, but that matchup to me, you throw out the midfield versus midfield, that's always a conversation with Jamaica and Canada. I think have played better. They just don't have the results to show for it. But striker versus center backs, that matchup on Wednesday, I think, is one I will be watching so far. But we'll get to the game, we'll watch it as we go, and I think, like I've said earlier, I think this will be one of the closer ones in the matchups, and I'm excited to see what happens on the pitch, and may the best team win from there.
Yes. Yeah, man. Bless up everyone coming across. Gunto, no, I am not saying Canada is a superior team, because if I tell him I'm the top 5, before I leave here, let me give you my top 5 best team playing now. None of Jamaica or Canada is in it. Who took top 5? Who took number 1 spot? Got to say Costa Rica. Costa Rica took number 1 spot. They are much more efficient. They still have the same level of creativity as the United States and Mexico, and their finishing is devastating. Believe me, don't watch the number that they scored 26 goals in the last game. They are scoring goal from 50 yards. They are just kicking ball from 50 yards. So don't say because they scored 26 and it's an easy team. The goals that they're scoring is pretty much top bins, goal from 20, 35 yards, 32 yards, 27 yards, So Costa Rica gets the number 1 spot for me. We have to give Puerto Rico 2nd position. Then For me, I would give. I think United States might have overtook. Um, might have overtook Mexico after the second performance. So both performances from United States took third place. Mexico keep their fourth spot, and then Panama crept into the fifth position. So Haiti, Jamaica, Canada, none of those teams made the top five. None of those teams made the top five. You understand me? Yes. Dan Youth, show respect to the program. If you don't like the show, you go somewhere else or stay in your house and talk to your cell phone. You understand me? Yes. You have not watched any game. You come here, you said Jamaica is the greatest team. I know that that's not sensible, and more likely you're not on the sensible side at all. You understand me? Because I've watched all games, and Jamaica or Canada did not make the top five. You have Jamaica or Canada in the top five Africans because you
No,
watch every game and you're more sensible. Yes. So
no,
so
I don't
so
have
that is
either
not
of
me
them in
fighting
the top
against
five.
Canada or Jamaica. You understand me? This is not me fighting against anybody. This is just me having much more information. All right. And the more information simply means none of these teams make the top five. And we have to be honest to ourselves. We can't just lie to ourselves. We understand that we are not going to play those big teams. All right. Yes. So if you're on my channel, you would have gotten blocked because you have no sense. And you have to come with bad word because sensible conversation don't come in your talk. You understand me? Yes. We have some useful players. Yes, yes, we can cause problems with smart game plan. That's what I'm saying. But my problem is, I think what made the difference in the big teams, Africans.
Hmm.
You see what he said? We have some smart game plan. I think some of these players are smart enough on the field.
Hmm.
On the field itself, they can improvise. That's the difference. The level of people that can improvise.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the separation. So the coach, yeah, you can remove him for 100%. We need clones here. Because he's gonna be disrespectful. So we have to eventually
Hmm.
be disrespectful to
Yeah.
him.
No.
And that's what they bring people. So it's a youth footballer. We're only talking what we saw, but people like that only he can only stay in one place, and I don't have to call the name of the place that he can stay. And yeah. So, but anyways, what we're trying to say is the ability to improvise. When I'm
Hmm.
watching Costa Rica, I think some of those players, even with the coach, what the coach said to them, they can do more than that by themselves.
Hmm.
You get that same feeling, Africans?
There's definitely the talent to think it through, but I wonder if there's enough players that can think it through that way, right? And so to that extent, I do agree. But again, like we're gonna see them find, and for a lot of the groups, we're gonna now see them. The best two teams of the groups are playing in this next window, and so we're gonna
Yes,
see
yes.
you won't have the space that you had. But it's not gonna be a team sitting deep low block and saying, "Okay, break us down and go." No, there will be teams that are up for it, right? And so I think that'll be a better judge, like we said after the first game. The better
Mm-hmm,
judge for
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
what these teams and their levels are will be this. And to this point, and here's where the U17. No, no, no. Let me take this. U17s, you can't judge them properly because this is based off of what last year's crop did, right? This is based off what last year's crop did, and that's looking at what they did at the World Cup. There's one player from that. This isn't your typical U17 where it's just like, okay, you have a player who played U15 and then 2 years later they come down. So the variance from year to year outside of truthfully, outside of the USA and Mexico, there's going to be variance with every side. And Canada's going to have 1 year. I think this Canada side is solid, but I don't know if there's any. I don't think there's any outstanding player or a name that's been hyped overly. Like the last year's team, you had Shola Jimo, you had Kevin Kahn, you had Ashimir, you had Guy Prasad, you had Aiden Evans. Like you had names there. You had Richard Chukwu. You had names, but those are all 17. They're gone. Now it's a whole new batch there. So the variance is going to be there year for year, which is why so when they started going to this, which is why I was saying I wonder if federations are just going to say, hey, let's take the best team period, or are we just going to say it's 2000, it's 26, so we're only going to take 2009s, and then next year because it's 2027 we're just going to take 2010s and moving from that standpoint. it isolates more so the age group that is selected versus the group that is selected, but it's based off what happened last round. But again, that's not necessarily a reflection of what that team is currently here, if that clears that. But that's it's going to happen one of these years, and maybe it's this year. A Canada is going to get a team that's going to push them out because I don't think every year is going to be that good. Only the USA and the Mexicos in this region have that level where every year that you go, okay, you're set. Costa Rica to an extent, depending on who's in the group as well. But I don't think Canada's going to drop to if they don't make it out of this one. I think then they drop. But then you get another Canada side, and you wonder, is this going to be the side that now a team that's ranked 1 through 8 are thinking, yeah, why do we have to have Canada in our group like that? So the rankings for U17s are going to be so arbitrary that they, unless you're, like I said, unless you are, and realistically, it's unless you're Canada, unless you're Mexico, United States, or Costa Rica, the the ranking is arbitrary. If you're in the top two groups for where you are, I think you have a shot to get out. Basically, is how it looks to me.
But look at what you're saying. So what you're telling me that all three teams I talk about, really Costa Rica, Mexico, and United States, they are the best leagues in our region. So how much the leagues in our region impact the development through 15 to 20 of players?
Oh,
It
it
looks
does
like
impact.
it affects it big time.
Well, it does. It always does. That's why we would say, that's why we would say the same thing, at the U20 level. You would say, okay, it's USA and Mexico, and then you'd say Honduras, because Honduras consistently for like a good chunk was always performing at that level. But that's all on the
Yeah, yeah.
leagues, right? And that's all on the leagues that were there. And so I think there will be less and more variance. And like we said, and the thing I on our first watch along, day one when we're watching Canada play Cayman, and after we watched Aruba and Jamaica, Mexico already has next year's crop playing friendlies right now. They're playing
Yeah,
next year's
yeah.
crop is playing friendlies against sides. So they're getting used, that whole age group. Most teams are going to start saying, okay, once this is done, let's try to get teams together and start playing together and see what happens. Mexico's been on that. The US has been
They have
on that.
so much players. They have so much players. Yeah, that's true. That's a good one, Africans. I've never looked at it that way. The teams that dominates in the region, they are the actual best teams in big men football, like the league. They have the best leagues because Costa Rica League have always brought good numbers. They have done good in CONCACAF, better than the other regions. And Mexico and United States are the top dogs. And as you said, they have 15-year-olds already queued for next tournament. They can't get into this one, and they have the next one waiting for them. So how can we truly compete with these people when we are not working as hard as them? You know?
It's always about, right. You can't work in the shadows. You got to work out in the open, and you got to keep working at it. And I think that's the one thing with doing it every year, it now exposes both federations to what your level actually is, but then it's also like how well are you getting those groups together, right? And the more preparation you have, all you do is give yourself better chances, better opportunities. The same way that Canada had a good chance to get out of this group, and they still do. The same thing that what's it called? That Jamaica does, because the time that you spend keeping the groups together going, and they know this isn't a shock. You know, every February, January to February, this is coming. So there's no excuse to say, "Oh, we don't know what to do." No, you have the U15s that you can start looking at players. You can have a U16 team to run, even you want to run friendlies locally or wherever you want to run them. Do it. Do what Canada did, where they said, "Hey, go and go to Europe, do a camp. Go to North America, do a camp. Figure out what the best unit is, and then go from there." You don't have an excuse. This isn't going to surprise you. And so every year it's there. The only thing, like we talked about earlier, is yes, we can make it to the World Cup. What I'd love to see for CONCACAF is I'd love to see more teams do more. Year one, 8 teams went, three made it out of their groups, one won a game in the round of 32. We had one team. Can CONCACAF increase that to 5 teams making it out of the group? Can we get two, maybe 3 teams winning a game in the next round, making it to the round of 16, right? Because then that makes the region look better. And then now you have more eyes there. Now every time you go, and getting to that level, that matters. But getting there, this is what we have. We may not like the qualification structure, but this is what it is. So go through, win your group, you're en route. Don't win your group. You have to. That group is done. Like if Jamaica or Canada doesn't make it through, move it. Like for Canada, they move it off, and then they're on to the next group of teams, and whoever is going to be around goes there. If you're Jamaica, it's whoever can move on for another year. You do that. Find your promising players, recruit, find more players who are 2010s, and you go for it. But it
Yeah, but
comes
just
down to
keep on recruiting more players. KP
oh
said Jamaica have a group of 15s in tournaments. They will
yeah,
still need more players, KP, because they are not one of the best teams in CONCACAF. So they
okay,
should not stop there. What we were trying to say, these teams have big leagues, so they have the ability to have not just 5 more players or 10 more players,
yeah,
75 more players. 250 more players, 500 players. So what Jamaica need to do is to just keep on recruiting players because they don't have that luxury to have 75 good players. You understand me?
mm-hmm.
Because they don't have any good coaching at all. So the fact that we are even competing is a big start to be. It's a good start in the first place because I don't think these players have been coached the right way. I think they should be really better.
Mm,
And some of them can be really better. And some of them can be really better when they do get a chance to go to a different club. A different club, you saw how much they have improved. Some of these players are just been using basics and using their physical ability. They don't have the technical ability, the average standard for their age. So once they get a contract somewhere, they're going to look like better players. So that's why I said keep on
mm-hmm.
recruiting, so you can bring more players that already has those individual abilities to make the team improve. But so far they are doing good, KP, and I'm hoping all the best for them. Big up yourself, Devon Porter. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Yep. More comments. So here's where
Uh,
we stand, and we'll talk about what the matchups. We'll talk about group standings here, so everyone knows what's coming up. And I'll throw that on the screen. I mean, for Group G, we all know because that's why we're all here. Canada versus Jamaica Wednesday, 3 p.m. for me, 9 p.m. for you, JD. Winner is en route.
yes.
The loser
Winner to the
has
World
to.
Cup.
Yep, en route to the World Cup. That is it. But for the other groups, if you aren't aware, big matchup for Group A coming up in this next window. They're playing Barbados, second place.
Uh,
If by some chance, if,
Africans, the Africans, that
if,
group is no big group. Let me go through. Let me go through them.
if,
This group is
if,
no big group. Trinidad is an embarrassment. You understand me? Trinidad is an embarrassment.
but that's just Jamaican roots talking. That's you talking down to your cousins who didn't do well for you. That's you looking at your cousin being like, you should have been. It should
Africans,
have been you.
Africans, Africans. The 2 games that Trinidad played, Trinidad. You realize what Trinidad goal difference is. Goal.
Yeah,
It's just a
zero.
penalty they got. In two
Yeah.
games, they did nothing at all. You know what they did? They tried to mimic Manchester City, just pass the football, but only in their own half. Yes, Trinidad is they are bad. They are bad.
They've messed up the whole schedule because it was set up for Trinidad versus Mexico final day of competition, and now
Yes,
it's
believe me.
Barbados has to beat Mexico for Trinidad versus Mexico to
I,
be in the
I,
group.
I promise you, if Trinidad don't get 6 love from Mexico, God come. I
At this
can.
point,
You don't have to play the game. They might get more than 6. I am not asking you. They might get more than 6. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andrea and the Trinidad masses. Guys. Prince Hood, I love all of you guys. I love all of you guys. But Trinidad ain't good blood. Trinidad terrible. They
this
are terrible.
okay. So
They're
Trinidad is
terrible.
terrible. Apparently, according to JD,
Yes.
Caymanians are thugs, not turtles. JD's on a roll right now. Group B,
Yes,
you
so
have
so
Nick.
so all
Yeah,
so that group, I think Mexico gone to do. Mexico don't even
I
have to play any more games. They
I
should
I
just
agree
stop
with you.
waste their time. Yes, I
But
think they're gonna beat Barbados very bad as well. They're gonna give Barbados 6, and they're no. Let me upgrade it. They're gonna give Barbados 6 because Barbados is actually better than Trinidad. So Barbados getting 6 and
I,
Trinidad getting 9 blood.
I
9
thought you
Trinidad getting 9.
JD. I thought you were gonna say Trinidad's gonna get doubles from that, so they'll get 12. But
No, not
we'll see.
the doubles are 12. Let me see. They are going to get 9 first. And if the 9 come before the 70th minute Africans, they are getting the doubles blood. All right.
Okay, so that's what's going on for Group A. Group B, you have Panama playing Nicaragua as well. That
Yeah.
matchup is
That's
a
a
little
good
bit
game.
closer, but yeah, that's a good game as well.
But Panama
Again,
should
when
still win, though.
it should be, but we'll see how it goes. Group C, Guatemala versus Haiti. Um, it's
Ooh,
it's
that's a good
tight.
one.
Yep.
I'm
Just
going
it's
for my Asian brothers.
Yeah, they made it last year, so they should be able to make it through. I think that's well
No, but
good. So,
Guatemala is very good and Africans. Guatemala
oh
can easily
yeah,
beat it. I think
said
maybe they are the favorites going in. They are the favorites going in to beat 80. But I still believe that 80 can do. 80 naturally is better than Jamaica at football, but they have the same they have the same makeups, like they have the same speed and everything. But I
yeah.
just think that 80 naturally better at football than Jamaica. So that's what I want normal Jamaicans to be, like the Asians them. Like they can mix the speed with actual passing. So 80 is actually decent. 80 always pick up some decent teams because they can mix everything together. But I'm gonna stick with my Asian brothers them. I'm gonna stick to my Asian brothers them. But God,
Fine, that's fine. I think this will be a nice game, but Costa Rica just made it 26 for Costa Rica. Just told Puerto Rico, listen, you're beating us because
so
we.
who you go with? Who you go with over above
I'm going.
Africans? Who you go with?
Haiti. I think Haiti will get it done. Actually,
Yeah,
no. I'm going to go
yeah.
Guatemala. I'm going to go Guatemala this
Oh
round.
God, oh
I'm going to
God.
go
All right.
Guatemala this round.
No,
Yeah.
they are the favorites. They are the favorites. So you don't see an upset then. Because they are
No.
the favorites, going
Well,
in.
Haiti was the higher ranked, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Guatemala to go through. Group D, Costa Rica. 26 was a message to Puerto Rico saying a draw won't do. You have to beat us. That's it. And I think Costa Rica
All right.
gets it done. But I like what Puerto Rico has done over the last 4 years. No, it's 8 years with their
Yeah.
U17s.
This is sad. This is sad. Puerto Rico better than Jamaica, better than Canada. Based on what we have seen, they are better than both of those teams, and they are better than 80. They are better than Guatemala.
Yeah.
But look at that, Africans.
Yeah.
They look like they are not going to make the World Cup. This is disrespectful, their blood, because of CONCACAF. This team look like it's better than half of the other teams. Them, and we're almost certain that they are not going to make it to the World Cup because of Costa Rica. You understand me?
Yeah. But I mean, everyone
That is
has
bad,
two good
man.
teams in their group. Like,
No,
and
but if I had to play Jamaica, I would
but
love to play Jamaica and Canada. So why you don't give me the chance to play those teams? You have to put me in
JD,
one of the higher ill teams. Them,
JD,
you understand me?
JD. Last year, I want you to remember this. Last year,
Mhm.
Mexico drew against, I think it would have been Nicaragua in their group, and they only made it due to goal difference. So I think year to year, you're going to see it. I think the last matchups year to year are going to be close. You're not going to get a team winning. I'll be surprised if any of these games is more than 5-0. And not to say that 5-0 isn't a fair score, is a blowout, but I think they're all going to be good games.
But
Like,
would you not say it's fair that Puerto Rico have been very much unlucky to be drawn in this group
it's the
with Costa
qualification
Rica?
process. It's the qualification process. I,
Okay, no, but based on what I'm seeing, I'm just telling the public, I'm just giving people updates to say that I think that Puerto Rico might be the most unlucky team in this draw.
I,
Based on
I,
their quality.
I get what you're saying. In the flip side, what I'd say is in Africa, and this is another confederation, Ghana to qualify for the big tournament to qualify for the World Cup, Ghana has to be either Senegal, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire because it's regionally based.
I
Like
heard the Africans, but
it's this is
I
this
heard,
is
I
the,
heard,
this is the
I
road
heard,
that we have to. Everyone
I,
knows the road we're driving on. So
I
like,
know, but I'm just
do I
I'm
think it's
just
fair?
saying
No,
based
but
on
it's the
how
highway.
good they play football. I'm saying they play football so good, and they are so good. They should be the best people. What I'm cursing about, I want the best representative of CONCACAF to go to the World Cup, because what we normally do is to go to the World Cup and get some hell of a beating. I watch the World Cup games, and we have always gotten beaten. So I'm just saying this Puerto Rico team looks better than a lot of the other teams. Them. But they ain't going to get any opportunity to qualify, because
Yeah.
Costa Rica looks like they're going to beat up everybody, and they might just give Puerto Rico 3 or 4-1. You understand
Yeah.
me? But it's not because Puerto Rico ain't good. I just think that this crop of Costa Rica team is just very good, in my opinion, still. Sorry about that.
No,
JD,
I don't.
Jamaica only need a draw to
Yeah.
qualify for World Cup, which they have a point already. So if Jamaica does not give up that 1 point, qualifies. I agree with you, Devon Porter, but I'm trying to say don't go for that point, Devon Porter. I'm very sorry. because Canada starts with a point as well, and they want your point as well to add the
Yeah.
next point on it. So don't let them score Devon Porter, because after that is Jamaica have no points and they have to try and get back something. You understand?
Yep. Agreed with that. Agreed. I think both sides.
KP said he watched the game and PR doesn't look better than Jamaica. Oh
Okay.
my God,
Difference of
KP.
opinion. We'll live. Okay. It's a difference of
Why that's a
opinion. We'll live.
KP? Puerto Rico look like one of the better teams in the entire tournament. So you would have said Jamaica look better than United States because I put Puerto Rico second as better performers, So KP, please list your better actual performers then. I am
Yeah.
waiting for that.
As actually,
Because
we'll
you look
actually.
at it,
Yeah.
Jamaica one of the best playing team.
While we're going through everything, we'll just go through the first. We'll go give us your top 5 teams of this so far as we go through what every team has to do to qualify right now. But yeah,
Okay,
everyone in the chat, give us your top 5. Everyone in the chat, give us your top 5.
Yes, I gave my top 5. My top 5 was easily Costa Rica first, Puerto Rico second, United States overtake Mexico, then Mexico takes fourth, and then Panama takes fifth. So I never had Jamaica or Canada in none of these talks. And KP said he thinks that PR is not better than Jamaica. Oh my God.
Okay.
Why? This is rough, man. This is rough. I can't believe that.
No,
So that means Jamaica is the best performing team. That's what he's saying. He thinks that Jamaica is the best performing team. Wow.
And
I don't know.
Yeah, Jelani, it was Canada won 5-1 over Aruba. So 5-1 over Aruba. But everyone, give us your top 5 performing teams as we go through the rest of from what you've seen and going from there. But Group D is that. Group E, I think Group E, you have USA over Dom Rep. Again, Dom Rep has to win to go through. I think that'll be a closer game than actual scores. I think that could be like a 2-0 type game for US or however it goes. We'll see. But I think that game goes there. El Salvador, Cuba, Curacao, Belize. For whatever reason,
real
JD.
opposition. No, Prince Wood said what real opposition they played. But what real opposition Jamaica played then? Because Jamaica played Aruba and the Tugs. That's all they played. So you can't just say what opposition they played. It's how you move the ball and everything. You understand me? What you're seeing on the field. And I just said Puerto Rico needs more respect because I think that they're actually Mexico is number 1. People put Mexico at number 1. All right, then. I don't know, but Mexico in a dead ass group because even the team that's really challenging Mexico is dog crap because Trinidad is garbage. Sorry, my language.
JD, leave your cousins alone. Like, leave your cousins alone.
No, or maybe that's why Prince beat me. Maybe that's why Prince beat me.
Leave your cousins alone. Okay, so let's go through the rest of these groups from there. Group, I don't know who's coming out of this group. It on paper should be El Salvador, but Cuba, I think, is a team that goes through. I think Cuba goes through this group, Group F. That's just how I see it going. And Curacao will do something. We'll see what happens. Jamaica versus Canada, you know how that goes. Winner moves on. A draw, Jamaica moves on. That's where it is. And then Group A.
A Warrior said, JD, you're terrible. I'm not beating Trinidad. I'm very sorry, blood. I'm just countering the argument, Africans. Remember, people flinging arguments after counter it. I'm just saying, you know what? God, continue, Africans. Maybe I need you as my good sidekick. Maybe you get too deep. People, I love Trinidad. Prince is my brethren. Before the game is my brethren. No JD correct. TNT coach is awful. 5 UK-based players came down to TNT U17. Coach said they don't got any first touch. It looks like it's a Caribbean problem. JD, stop. Don't play Jamaica. Bad mind. Why nobody in the group chat rate you? Okay. Why nobody in the group chats rate you? Oh, that makes sense. Andrew Williams. I think everybody here rates me. I don't want to be in a Jamaican group chat because that seems to be maybe one of the worst places to be. Because it won't have any sense as to what I know about football, because clearly what I'm talking about, everybody here agreeing because they have their eyeball. So that tells me where you are is not where I want to be in life. All right, see, KP put his 5 there now, and KP put Mexico at first,
Yep.
Costa Rica at second, USA at third, and he puts Jamaica at fourth. So where I was don't play in Jamaica, where I don't play Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Williams, your brain is the problem. And because I've evolved to be a better human being than you, and maybe all the people that you rate. So your soul leave your body and have problems with me. Well, maybe you need to strive to get the enlightenment that I've gotten in life, that I can talk the truth. So I can help my people to elevate them to be better human beings. Maybe you need to reach that level of enlightenment. And that's where I'm at. No, Guntone. You notice what he said in his WhatsApp groups them. So not these group chats, is Jamaican group chats. Like I'm seeking any relevance out of his Jamaican group chats. That makes no sense. That's the last place I would ever want any relevance. I like 80, looks good. I probably put them at 5. Oh my God. KP, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, KP. Still, I
It's his
think you're a little
5.
bit too high on Jamaica. I think you're a little bit too high on Jamaica, though, you know? Because I don't think Jamaica looks better than 80. And I think you don't play a lot of the other teams and that's looking good. You don't play PR. I'm disappointed how low you have PR. Oh, you never gave me where you had PR, you know? So tell me where you have PR, though. Where the other groups them Africans, they will move on to the other groups them.
Yes, and then Guyana, Honduras, and Bermuda are a 3-team group, so they go from there. And someone had asked us earlier, what were they ranked coming in? Just because to pull it up, this was the
Yeah, give
top
it a
8
ranking.
ranking. Well, this was what they were ranked entering in. That's why these were the 8 group leaders. You had Mexico, Canada, U.S., Panama, Honduras, Costa Rica, Haiti, El Salvador. But that's based off of 2025 April. And so based off of that, that's what the group rankings were made out of. Not even counting the World Cup for there. But my top five are I go just based on my top, I go Costa Rica, I go Mexico, I go Panama. We don't play the second game yet.
Yes, Wunun, I have a lot of nationalities, and you know why I have that? Wunun is solely based off the lovely human being I am to just see things and say it as is. You know, Africans will beat Nigeria. You know, naturally. You know,
Naturally.
that's just a
Naturally.
given.
No,
But
no,
if
no, no,
I
no, no.
if I see Nigeria being foolish, I'm
No,
gonna
no,
beat them. You
no,
know,
no, no,
I'm
no.
gonna
Guzman
join
FC said the
Africans.
best. I just marked them very hard. Okay, I have a high standard for them, and complaining about passports is
No. I
beneath
don't.
them.
What the problem is? What the problem, Africans? The problem is I mark Jamaica just as every other team. But what delusional people like that guy wanted me to know is just to say I am a Jamaican, so I should just always say Jamaica is great. You know what? But he doesn't realize why I never jump to say that Africans, because I know people is in charge, and if I tell that lie, they can continue to stay there. You understand me? So I am always fighting for Jamaica to be better, and that is to get better people around. So if I'm going to hold Jamaica to the same standard, if if Canada can pass the football, Jamaica should be able to pass the football too as well, because they're in the competition, right? Africans. So if Canada is a
Yeah.
better passing team, why should I come here and say Jamaica is a better passing team because half of them never played on a proper pitch or never this? No, I can't make that story up. I have to stand for what I saw. And what I saw, PR look impressive, United States look impressive, this team look impressive, and I don't think Jamaica or Canada looks good to those teams. That's what I saw. It's just sad. You have to just get up to that level. We want to see the same level of professionalism as the Mexico, United States, and Canada. Because that's how it is. You're in the competition. I'm not going to make up any story and give Jamaica any bypass. It don't work. Jamaica look like they're still in second gear, which is my biggest concern. Okay. JD, when is the U20s? I don't know.
Well, I can let
Africans
me
might have
pull.
that information. Yes.
Because it's
Uh,
that, and then the U. I think U20 start right at like February 23rd, roughly.
right after, right after.
Yeah, let me just confirm that
All
for you.
right. All right.
Yeah, it starts
Uh,
February 23rd. So U20s is
Next
next.
month.
February 23rd,
And then
yeah.
girls football as well. Wow.
Yep,
It's a lot of
after
games.
that, and then yeah, then after that, then U17 championship round for that, and then you run from it's and then you get World Cup qualify. You get World Cup uh IC playoff, intercontinental playoffs. You got friendlies. Yeah, everything cuts off from there. But we'll see kind of what it is.
Um, one one I can't talk to scrubs telling me about it. One every time when we are every time something should be bought for Jamaica, it's the only human being they run to, me and everybody that they claim that hate Jamaica. The problem is the cowards that sits in Jamaica, they don't offer anything of any knowledge to the people them, and they don't offer nothing at all. People that can help and give actual right constructive criticism, because we want them to be as good as Mexico, because you should be as good as the opponent that you're in the groups with. So your league should be good as Mexico, United States League. I don't want excuse. I have to grade them on the same grade. And what I'm seeing is two different level of football. And look how we come here, Africans, and we talk about Trinidad. Oh, none of the Trinidad people say they agree with me on Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
But Trinidad passed the football better than Jamaica in this competition. So why they never pushed back on me and said, oh, but we're passing football good. We're just not being better in the final third. You know why? Because Trinidad might actually be a little bit more accepting to the truth. And that is the difference. The Jamaicans, they are not accepting to the truth, and that's why they can't improve. They're going to keep on being mediocre forever, and the United States and Mexico will continue to be dominant, and Canada will gradually improve slower. Sorry, Africans, it's going to be slower than Mexico and the United States.
Listen, at this point,
it's going to be
I
it's
just
going to
want
be
to
slower, but
we just won a game at U17s. I'm happy for that. Okay, but that
yes,
is
so
what we
it's
have
going to be
coming.
slow, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to stand on something. All right, I know that I'm from Jamaica, but I shouldn't lack standard. I'm in Belgium. I know what standard is. So you're not going to force me to go down to a lower standard to accept it. It's not going to happen. I'm watching football. The best team I saw, Mexico, Puerto Rico. Like it or not, go your bed. All right.
All right. And with that, with that, all I will say is we all
Yes.
know when the day is. Wednesday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are when the games are. For Canada, Jamaica is Wednesday. JD said he'll crawl out of his den, or he'll crawl to the
Yes,
den,
I'm actually going to crawl
turn
out of
on
my
the
bed and
lights,
watch the game.
outshine
Yes.
everything, and go from there. So if you're looking, watch long will be there. I'm not sure. I'll probably be checking it out for that, and we'll see what happens with that. But I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there, and then we'll go from that. And again, winner of
Yes.
that goes through, and we go through. So again, today Jamaica 12-0 over
And I and I
Trinidad.
want I want to do which other game? The Costa Rica.
Haiti.
I want
You
to do
want to?
80 game, but
Yeah.
I'm drawn to the Costa Rica Puerto Rico game,
Okay.
because that is going to be an real challenge. Trinidad not giving me anything for me to say Mexico. Trinidad game. I'm not going to do that one. I want to do it as well. You know, I love my people, Africans. So I want to do as much games, but I have to pick the ones that are going to be the games that we expect. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Africans. I have to say I'm just a truth speaker in the blood. You know, so you have to fire me. You know, if you don't want me to say the truth in the blood, you have to
Oh well,
fire me.
well. I'll get the NDAs going, and then we'll adjust some of the speech. But no, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, the games get going, and we'll know who's going to the World Cup and who's not, and it'll be fun regardless. And win or lose, I'll be here the next day. Okay, it's 2026. This rumor of
So we
it's rumor these rumors of me disappearing after loss. I'm sorry, I get colds and break my bones. I'm sorry.
it looked like Claudine give you PTSD, because all they talking about is Claudine from the whole street,
It's her consistency. It's so warm. It's so warm, JD. It's such a Will it be fun for us,
People, I
JP?
am not doing no TNT versus Mexico blood. All right,
No,
that's
if
not going to be fun,
if
Jason.
if Barbados, we're going to make him.
Africans,
Barbados,
Barbados
please.
not beating no Mexico.
Barbados,
Sometimes
please.
we need to stop this foolishness. Barbados looks better than TNT, which they are better than TNT, but none of them in that group ain't good like Mexico blood. All of them collecting six like it's nothing, Africans. And just promise me it's going to be continuous sixes. And then, as I said, 6 and 6 make doubles. So you know what will happen? Trinidad will get a double. So stop fooling yourself, Africans. We're not doing that group. We're doing Puerto Rico versus Costa Rica, Jamaica versus Canada, and we'll find some other important game. But that group, nothing ain't important in that group. I'm very Trinidad and Barbados, I'm not fighting against it, but I'm not a liar blood. I'm just telling you.
Are you now? So with that, guys, you know when the matchups are. We'll be back on that day. Two wins for our respective countries. One more convincing than the other. Some more misses than the eye could see. But hey, we're excited for it and the opportunities. Winners go to the World Cup happening this fall slash winter in Qatar U17s. So after your team disappoints you or does well at the big World Cup, then you could see the youth of tomorrow disappoint you or give you joy for the next World Cup. We'll see how it is. We will wrap it up here, guys. What are our predictions right now? I think that's fair to end it. Yes, yes.
Africans, maybe you
Katie,
have
I've
to
been
give
here
them
for
five
three.
more
I might
minutes. I
as well
want
go
to
for
go to
four.
bed. I want to
True.
go to bed, but you have three more comments. I saw people picking on me. So before the game, JD, did you just say, JD, you said that about the Africans? Did I ever hear about anything? Or are they
No,
just making up
no,
stories at this
no,
point?
no. I've never seen you hide after your team loses. I'm just commenting on people who say that I don't because I catch colds. I'm sorry. Okay? Allergies are real. Regardless.
Oh God. KP said Mexico looks beatable. KP, Mexico looks beatable by who? The only team in this competition can beat Mexico. Only two teams. It's simple: United States and probably Costa Rica. Only United States alone can beat Mexico in this competition.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing, only United States alone can beat Mexico. Only. Just forgot about all of this fairy tale about Trinidad and Barbados. They're going to get 24 love between all of them.
It'll
Just
get six
mark my
and then
word.
double the
Don't
points.
spend any money on it. They're going to get battered.
All
Sorry.
right. But last comment, I know some people put in. What's your way too early prediction? Canada versus Jamaica for Wednesday, because we already have one in, right? KP, yes, I know you're
Ooh.
Canadian, and I respect the maple. But you're saying 2-1 Jamaica. Fair enough. I would say again, and I said this earlier. Since I am the host, I'll let my guests go first, and then I'll say it afterwards.
I have to give my Anna Diddy Rob, you know?
I will mute you.
Number five, Brown looking at number five to see Brown looking at number five, giving him the Diddy Rob, you know?
Why?
No, he said,
Why?
number five. Yeah.
Listen, okay.
Like what?
Okay, so you think Jamaica's gonna win? Cool. All right. Cool.
The problem is, even though I'm saying that Brown will no Diddy. No, I did say no Diddy. I just said you know.
See what I put up with? See what I put up with. Okay? We're trying to have a nice professional stream, and this man like, I want to be a meme. I want to be on like this. This is what I put
No,
up.
I was just trying to think in my head to say, all right, then look at Brown. Brown. The problem is, I think Brown will cause the number five. I'm sorry, people.
Okay. Yeah. Give your prediction. Give
the
your
American
prediction.
you travel. I expect you to say that. You know, for me, I don't think Jamaica. I don't think Jamaica looks like the better team at all. I think Canada look like the superior team. But what Jamaica has is a player that I think one of the weak link that we saw in the Canadian team is when the eye press, the number 5, seems to can't read the bounce, the first bounce good enough. Their keeper comes out to try and make up the numbers in defense. So we are going to heavily rely on the big striker that we have to try make diagonal runs. But aside from that, maybe he can get a goal or two out of it. Aside from that, I think that the team of Canada will have 15 to 20 to 10 to 15 big chances out of them. I don't know how much they score out of that. I think I would bet on Jamaica scoring 1 or 2 out of that big striker moment. So I'm giving Jamaica 1 to 2 goals, and I'm giving Canada 10 big chances in the game, because I think Canada will dominate the ball and dominate creativity. And I think Jamaican youth travels, even the blind can see that. Even the blind can see that Canada is actually the better team, but Jamaica have a big striker on that field, and Canada have one weak link that matched up well with the striker. So it makes it a good game because Canada can create 55 chances, don't score none out of the 55, and Jamaica still win the game 2-0 because the big striker got 2 chances and finish it. So based off that, what I'm saying, based off how poor conversion Canada have, I could see this game ending up in a high-scoring draw, like a 2-2. Like a 2-2. So Canada dominates the game, get goals based off just flat out dominating the ball and the creativity. But Jamaica gets goals exactly like how I saw Aruba scored Africans, but in a slightly better way. You understand me?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I get what you're saying,
and they get more of that chance than what Aruba got today, and then it end up 2-2, and Jamaica goes through and the 2-2 draw.
Okay, that's fair. I think for me,
so I'm going for a 2-2 draw, people. That's my prediction.
Draw.
Let me say Africans. I'm saying it loud. A 2-2 draw. Can you repeat it back for my Africans? What did I say?
You said 2-2 draw with your chest. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Because I heard my people fight against
I would say, I'd say for me, if Jamaica wins, it's gonna be like 3-1. If Canada wins, I think it's 4-2. I think
okay.
Yeah, so I think if Jamaica wins, Canada continues to struggle to finish. They find one, but I think Jamaica is a little bit better on that. If Canada finds their finishing shoes, I think Jamaica will still.
I don't think it's a competition. Yeah.
Yes, if so, that's why I'm saying 4. I'll be more exaggerated with it. I think if Canada wins, they win 5-2. If Jamaica wins, it's 3-1 or the likes. Right, and this I do agree. And this is where I will disagree with JD. I think Jamaica's passing has been better. Is it up to the par of other teams? For their U17 teams they've had in the past, this is probably
no. But I did agree. I did agree with you several times, Africans, that their passes have improved. But there are the passes, because he's trying to say that the passes is better than Canada, and that is not true. That is what I was disagree with, and I don't think it's even comparable. It don't even compare because of the control that Canada has with the plays. Even though I don't have a high respect for the number 15, but he impressed me. He changed my mind a little bit on him today. Yeah, he was good in the second half.
But right now, if Jamaica wins, I think it's 3-1. If Canada wins, I think it's 5-2. And and Jason, if I stole your prediction, well, it's a tough world.
Okay. Who stole Jason's prediction? And Conrad said, "You sound like a man get hurt a lot, Jason." What's going on with Jason?
I don't know.
Why Jason before we find out, getting hurt?
But before we find out, I'm going to end the stream. Before we find out,
all right, people. I've done longer than what I said I'm going to do, and tell our people, I might just disappear and let you guys watch your finals in peace, because I've realized that a lot of people don't like the truth. So maybe I will just leave Africans to do the game in the finals, or Jason do the game, I don't need it, I can just watch it from my TV, and analyze what I saw, and big team Arsenal, okay.
Oh.
All right, Africans, you can end the stream, all right? Yeah, so people, I don't know if I'm coming back, all right? If I feel good and I want to do the game, I do it, but the amount of haters don't want me to do the game or talk on it, let I just leave it alone,
We'll
Yes,
see. We'll see. But
and
yeah,
let Jason and one of those mans that are more Jamaican than me do the game blood. You understand me? Yes.
our what's why is everyone sulking? Let's call this as it is, and we'll see you on Wednesday, one day or the next. And
Big win, City, bad mind can't stop that,
and, and yeah, we wrap it up here. We